What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and it's good to have you with me in the lounge today. Now, literally, just as I was going on air, I was receiving a phone call from one Andre Nicotina. What do you say we have a Mr. Rogers moment and give him a call? All right, let's see here. Let's see what he was calling us about. Let's see. By the way, welcome. The Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. If you've never been here before, the Poindexter Lounge is a place where you and me can talk about all the things that we love, things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more, and calling our good buddies on the phone. Hey, Andrew, or Andre, I should say. Andre. What's up, Andre? What's up, Andre? Hey, I was just going live just as you called, and so I figured I'd call you back and we'd have a little Mr. Rogers moment and see why our good friend called us. Oh, okay. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. No. I mean, I can put you on speakerphone. Let's see. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. We'll put you on speakerphone. Make sure that everybody can hear you. Tony, you're in the background, so if you can hear him, just make sure that I know. Go ahead, Andre. Say hi to the good girls and boys at home.
Hi, everybody, and hello, everyone at the Poindexter Lounge, a place for nerds. One of my favorite channels to be a part of, and especially with my good friend Enosh Fee, a.k.a. Enosh Fett. I just wanted to come on here really quick to say that on tonight's show, which I'll be streaming right after Poindexter Lounge, we are going to have a special announcement from a special person by the name of Fiona.
Wow.
So I just want to let you guys all know that will be happening on the show tonight.
And what time is your show, Andre?
My show starts at about midnight Pacific time.
All right. So we got a couple hours in. So,
all right, guys.
So ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Right after this show on the Nicotina show with my good friend Andre, you're going to have a announcement from a lady named Fiona. So you're going to stay tuned for that.
It's the Fiona.
The Fiona. Well, yeah. We all know that it's the Fiona. I mean, you just got some random person named Fiona.
And really, it's just a message. That's all. So I'll see you guys later on tonight, and enjoy the show because Enosh puts on an amazing show. All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right, thanks, Andre. All right, bye. That was our good friend Andre, boys and girls. He's a lot of fun, and he's going to have a special announcement for all of us right as soon as this show is done. So I guess we better go over by about 45 minutes. Nah. Hey, guys, it is good to have you guys with me in the lounge today. I really wasn't planning on that. That was just that was just something that happened. That was kind of fun. But hey, guys, you might notice that tonight I appear a little more clear. That's because I cleaned off my lens. I reached up here. I was looking a little fuzzy, and I cleaned off my lens, and apparently I look clearer. That's what my good friend Dawson tells me. He told me in his stream that I looked clearer. So, hey, how's it going, guys? It's good to see all of you. Good to have all of you here. First of all, I want to say a shout out real quick to all of our supporters here in the channel. A couple of things. First of all, to all of our Patreon supporters, thank you so much for trusting us every month with your Patreon support. Really appreciate that. You guys don't even know. And all those who give super chats. So grateful to you guys. You guys are just so awesome. And like I said, we it helps us to be able to do what we do around here. It helps us to be able to just, do upgrades and stuff. I mean, like, look, I've got cool little lights now back here, that are on there. And I got more lights coming. So, try to spice things up. I actually moved this whole apparatus tonight and pulled it out and put it back in. So, but see, the thing is the plug is right behind that. And so I hadn't had that cabinet plugged in. So now you can see what's in the cabinet. You can see there's a shuttle there and some pops here. That right there is the Doomsday pop from Batman v Superman. And right here is the Flash and Freddy Krueger. And this is a Batman pop that I painted. And over here, oh yeah, that's Sting from WCW and WWF. And then right next there is Ultimate Warrior. You can't really see him too well. And then here is a Death Star playset. So it's all good. So now you guys can kind of see in there a little bit before it's just all dark and gloomy. We don't want it dark and gloomy. We want it bright and sunny, right? All right. And then not only our Patreon supporters, but also our wonderful supporters who are members. We have memberships here at the channel. You get cool, fun stuff that is just for you guys, for members and Patreon supporters. And hey, we'd love to have you aboard. And tonight we want to welcome our newest member, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Hanks Ballsack 69. He is now a member here at the Poindexter Lounge. And I got to say, it's pretty clever because now we get to say that, like, you know, you get to see that every right down there, Tom Hanks Ballsack 69, he right there at the bottom. And if you missed last night's show, Tom Hanks Ballsack 69, he was actually on the show last night. He came in the show. It was awesome talking to him, and I can't wait to talk to him some more, actually. But he was really great on the show, had some really great takes, and was really awesome. And then we had some more people come in, and Tom Hanks Ballsack fell asleep on the show at the end. He pulled a Mad Max when me, him, and Jarbo were on together over at $3 Buck Theater. Max fell asleep on the show, but he had his mask on. Fortunately, for Tom Hanks Ballsack 69, he didn't have his camera on. But we were all done with the show, and we were trying to figure out what to do. Should we leave the stream going? Because he was snoring, which was pretty funny. And we were trying to figure out, like, what should we do? Should we just leave the stream going and just see if anybody notices, or what? So what we did was, what you guys don't see is once we go off the air, we're all still here. So it's just not recording. It's just not broadcasting. So we're all still here in the studio. We could talk for a while. You know, it's kind of like a Zoom call kind of thing. And so when we're done, like, he's still on. And so what we did is we all went away. I kind of made this right here. And I just, I put that on there for him to be able to see. It said, "Good morning, Tom Hanks Ballsack 69. He. You fell asleep on air. We still love you." And so I don't know at what point he saw that, but hopefully he got a good laugh out of that as well. Well, hey guys, I see that you guys are already talking in the chat. And yes, Lucifer Morningstar was here. I don't know. Is he here? I don't, the master of snoring, Tom Hanks Ballsack 69. I don't see him yet. I'm just now going through and looking at seeing who's here. But before we even talk about that, actually, I would like to welcome in somebody who is here already with me. And that, of course, is Tony, a.k.a. Ray. What's up, Tony?
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good, man. Speaking of our supporters and wonderful people here at the channel, look at this guy. He's got a Place for Nerds t-shirt. Because
I made that myself. I'm one of those weird ones that, like, I don't know anybody, so I just made this myself.
Right there, he is both a member of the Patreon and a member of the channel, and he is, Tony, you are at the highest level of membership that there is, and, because of that, you're what?
I'm like the King Kong.
You are. And you get a free t-shirt every month.
That's true. Yes. Enosh actually clothes me every month. I'm like one of those children that he takes care of.
Yes.
So I give him some money. He sends me a t-shirt, and I get to wear something like this every day. Absolutely. I'm not wearing this. I won't stand up, ladies and gentlemen, but I do have the shirt.
That's funny. So I am going to post the link in the chat, and you guys are welcome. If you want to come in and talk to us for a while, you're welcome to do that. We will get people in as I can, and no promises as to, you know, how many people we get in or how long we can keep you in, but we definitely love to talk to you as we talk about these things. And if you got something, if you have a topic that you would like to bring up, then I would love to hear it.
Enosh, we got to talk about something today. I'm at the bar. I'm sitting there, and one of the girls at the end of the bar says to me, she looks down, she's like, "Have you seen Wonder Woman 1984 yet?" And all of a sudden, these two guys chime in. Wham, 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 wham. Oh, it's fucking garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage.
No.
And they're like giving it to her. And I said, whoa. Hold on here. It's not garbage. You know, you have some good points. It's a little long. I will give you that. You know, I was like, we could have cut it by a half hour. I want to see a little less of the love scene, like that love thing between Gal and you know, Wonder Woman and Steve. And I want to see a little bit more Cheetah. But the movie wasn't bad at all. I thoroughly enjoyed what it was. It was a ride. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. I just thought it was a little long. Thought the story wasn't amazing. I didn't like the wishing stone thing altogether. And don't get me wrong, I'm not putting that on the entire movie whatsoever. But yeah, there were things that were wrong, but I didn't think it was bad as a Marvel guy. And because all your supporters are all DC guys, I'm one of your only guys that is like, no. Hey, when you lip off Marvel, I want to come on and be like, all right, let's go. You know, and I want to give you this. My little opinion on Wonder Woman 84 before we get anybody else involved. I paid the $30. I watched it by myself. Do I think it was worth $30 for me? No. If I had two friends over, was it worth $30? 100% yes. Watched it by myself. And that's 100% my own opinion. Did I like the movie? Yes. Did I want to see more? Yeah, I want to see. You know what? Kristen Wiig was amazing. And I don't care what anybody says. If they want to say, oh, she's a comedy actress and she shouldn't be doing. She was unbelievable as Cheetah. And
I thought she was great.
My only opinion is I wanted more. Because Cheetah, if you don't know out there, I'm going to tell you right now, Cheetah is a magical creature, by the way. She doesn't have her powers. She's not a mutant. She got her powers from magic. Okay? So anybody who looks at that movie and says, oh, I don't like that. It's magic. Okay? I'm sorry, but if you read the comic books, she got her powers from magic. So I didn't really mind how she got her powers in this movie, and a lot of people have an issue with it. But I wanted to see more of her because Kristen Wiig killed it.
I thought she did a great job too. I really did.
Killed it. And I just wanted to see more. You know what? I almost wanted to see like that going to the MCU. I want to see that Wolverine fight with his brother. You know what I mean? Like that I wanted to see the two primals going at it. And that's what I wanted to see. So I know I took a lot of your time.
No, you're good. You're good. No, you know what? I've already shared my opinion, and I know different people have different opinions. But I shared my opinion, and I enjoyed the movie. You know what? It's not the greatest movie. It's not the greatest movie. It's not the greatest DC movie.
No, it was long. It was a half hour too long.
It's okay.
But it was okay.
Hey, real quick, I want to say hi to Anthony Beltray, who gave $1 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that for sure. And now I got to skip down here because I see below, and I'm waiting to see. Hey, look at there, Jenner Custom Toys just became our newest member here at the channel. What's up, Bruce? Bruce,
Bruce, how are you?
I want you to know, buddy, not only now do I have the wall of Bruce, of Jenner Custom Toys. You guys have seen it. It's like literally right here. It's what I look at when I'm doing the show. But I've also added, because I'm trying to clean up. Like, I got so much stuff. Like, everybody's always like, how do you just have stuff like ready here? I just have so much stuff that, you know, I got to find a place for it all. And I'm trying to find a place for like all these toys and stuff that I got. And so, Bruce, I want you to know, as I'm knocking stuff over here, I got a little shelf right there with
that's your shelf, Bruce.
That's your shelf, Bruce. So as I'm doing the show, not only am I looking at these custom Star Wars figures that you made for me here, sir, but I'm also looking at these custom figures that you made for me right here as well. And so, Bruce, I appreciate you, man, and I appreciate you supporting the channel. You are fabulous. You are awesome. And thank you for being our newest member. Now, that being said, I do have a couple people in the back before we start getting into what we're going to talk about. But one guy that I've been looking forward to being back for a while, because I love this guy and he's awesome, is Pelican 74.
Oh, I haven't seen you in forever.
I will do a face reveal for the first time.
Oh, okay. Here,
Use your face 1, 3, 4.
Hey, wait, is that Pelican 74 or is that one of the is that a member of NSYNC? Is that Joey Fatone?
No, I thought it was a Spice Girl.
No,
I wish.
Sorry, no Spice Girls here.
All right, and then you know what? Just to round it out for right now, we're gonna also bring in the Truth 31. What's up, Truth?
What's going on, everyone? How's everybody doing?
I'm doing well, man.
Truth.
Hello, Toad. I don't think we've met before, have we? I don't think I've been on the same stream that you've been on.
Maybe we've talked on the thing. I don't know, but it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Well, there you go. Yeah, and Pelican goes back to like one of my first shows that I ever did, one of these talk call-in shows, you know, kind of deal where I was able to have people on, and we had a really good discussion about like the paranormal and all kinds of fun stuff. Pelican goes way back with the channel and stuff, and so we used to back to the days when all we could do was just talk, you know, like we could just talk with the chat, like he would post and we would talk about it, and so it's good to have you guys here. What's new with you, Pelican?
Not much. Just hanging out, being bored. Not really doing anything.
Well, I'm glad you're
working and living. That's it.
Nice.
That's about it, guys. Trying to get away from the COVID.
I hear you on that, man.
Where are you living? Where are you at?
I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. There's no. Is there snow up there in Michigan? There's no snow here.
Oh yeah. We've got some snow. In fact, I'll show you because I showed this on last night's stream. But my dog Harley Quinn, she learned a new trick this week, which I'm like super excited about because my dog Wookie, he does a bunch of tricks, you know, but I've tried to teach him to fetch, and he just won't do it. He just looks at you like, whatever, dude. Why you throwing stuff across the yard? Like, you gonna go get that, or because I ain't going to get it? Like, he'll just like literally just stand there looking at me. And then like the other day, I tried to throw something across the yard for him to get. I was throwing a frisbee, is what I was doing. I threw this frisbee, and he just looked at me. Literally took 5 steps and took a dump, as if to say,
"Your dog thinks you're an asshole." Your dog's like,
"Nope, I ain't doing that." Now he'll speak, he'll roll over, he'll play dead. I've literally taught him when I go bang, 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 he'll like back up like that and like fall down and like put his paw, like he'll do all of that, but he will not fetch for nothing. And so
he's lazy. He's like, I'm not running anywhere.
I'm telling you what, man. And Harley is like so spastic, like Wookie, if you get him to spin around in a circle, you know, you do this motion and he'll spin around, but like he'll just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going right. Her, you just go like that, you get halfway there and she's like, want to see me do it again? Like she's just like a tornado. But I took her out this last week, and I only have a video of one of them, but because Tiffany was filming from inside the house, but I taught her this week how to catch a frisbee.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Heck yeah. So I'm pretty.
It'd be better if the dog threw it to you and you caught it in your teeth.
That's true. Now, if I can do that, that's doing something, man. That's
of course.
That's
where are you at, Truth? Where are you at? Do you got snow where you're at?
We had snow, but thankfully it melted really quickly. Surprisingly, because I live in New York, so it just went by quick. Thank God. Because I'm not a snow person at all.
We've been getting rain over here.
No, I'm not a snow person either, and I have no snow here. It rains. We got rainy season. Don't get me wrong. It rains, but there's no snow. It's
and you're in Canada, correct?
Yes, I am in Canada, above the border, and no snow.
That's weird.
I I live on the coast though, because I have the Pacific
gotcha.
Ocean. It's warm. We don't get snow. It's 9
Gotcha.
degrees here. So 9 degrees in Fahrenheit is 50. It's like 50 degrees here.
Gotcha.
Wow. Nice.
In the winter.
It's actually been pretty
winter.
warm. It's actually been pretty warm here too. We just kind of got this snow just this week, and it's not like really it's packing snow, so it's wet because it's warmer, you know, and so it's actually not that bad. But hey guys, so I'm glad I got you in here. We're gonna get a couple other guys in here in just a little while, but first I want to talk about a couple of things that came across, and just some interesting stuff given what we know about you're talking about Wonder Woman. Did you see the picture that came out of that Zack Snyder had up on his wall?
Yes, I saw the picture and I saw the meltdown on Twitter.
Okay, so now you then saw something that I didn't see. I didn't see a meltdown on Twitter. So I'm interested to hear what you have to say. But before we do that, I think that there's one thing that we do have to talk about, which is the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, the most important thing that we could ever talk about here on the channel. And that is, a lot of you guys know my good friend Dawson from Nerdy in Many Ways. Ladies and gentlemen, do you notice anything different about Dawson?
Did he shave?
I
I can't tell because he's like 12. I'm not really sure. So
no, Dawson got new glasses. And people were talking about on Twitter that they wanted to know.
It brings out his feminine side. It does. It brings out his feminine side. His breasts look great with those glasses.
See, these are the old glasses.
Oh, yep. He looks like a man.
New glasses.
Oh, excellent. He's
absolutely gorgeous.
He's embraced the sisterhood I've seen. Okay. He's got it. It's good.
Oh my goodness.
I love you.
I had to do that. I had to do that today because somebody on Twitter said, because they were talking about some mystery or something like that, and they said, is anybody going to talk about the real mystery? And that is the mystery of Dawson's new glasses. And so, I'm wearing the hat.
Right?
I'm wearing the hat. I support the guy. I love the guy. And so I had to bring up that. But no, man. So this photo that showed up, I'm guessing, how much of a controversy it probably did stir. I didn't have a chance to see any of that. Tiffany actually showed me the photo, and we'll show why once we bring it up. So here was the photo. This was like in the background or whatever of where was this again? Where was the bigger photo taken from? Because like this is the like cut down version. Truth, was this like in a photo? Did I hear like it was on like Zack's wall or something?
Well, I know Zack Snyder did an interview with the Faruqi brothers on Comic Book Debate. I watched a great interview, by the way. So I know it was in the background for sure. It was a much clearer picture in the background. Okay,
so we got this, and I can try to bring it up a little bit, and you guys can kind of see here. This was originally apparently what we were supposed to see. Was her
like the credit scene?
No. Well, you remember how in Batman v Superman we saw her in World War I? There was the picture from World War I.
Yeah.
So what war was this from?
Was it the Crimean War?
The Crimean War.
Okay. 1800s.
Okay. Now
but this would be before World War I. Then.
Yeah. So
she didn't come in. You can't do that because Steve Trevor is what brought her in. So she came in 1914. You can't have this picture if this is Crimean War. This has to be something after World War I because she wasn't around. She was still on the island. She was a child.
That was the point, though. Was that originally he had envisioned her first coming into the land of men for another reason as Wonder Woman, so that she would have like a longer backstory as Wonder Woman before Patty Jenkins got a hold of it. And and that's not to say it's a bad thing, because that's the popular part of Wonder Woman, right? Is she was actually in World War II.
Wonder Woman was created as a comic book in the 30s, man. Like, it's perfect. Why did she need a longer backstory?
Well, just because. Well, I mean,
it would be like saying Superman. Superman's not 80 years old anymore. Do you know what I mean?
But Wonder Woman has a long history. I mean, Wonder Woman's over 2,000 years old.
And how old is Superman?
Superman's like 30
years old. Technically, in our terms, 80 years old. But how long?
No. You're missing what I'm saying, Tony. You're missing what I'm saying. Like, actually, in the films, Wonder Woman is over 2,000 years old. She says that.
Okay.
So what they're saying is she would have had a longer backstory, that like maybe Steve Trevor wasn't the first reason why she left Themyscira, possibly. So, but that's not what has everybody up in arms, though. That's you're totally going down the wrong trail on this one. Because
I'm just saying, hey, if she's a child in some of these back
but
things,
she wouldn't be though. She wouldn't be a child though, because she's much older than that. So there's that. But if you really want to know what everybody got all up in arms about, let me bring you up this closer up photo and see if you noticed what she's holding from her hands. And let me get it up here. This is what she's holding in her hands. Wonder Woman be cutting heads off.
What?
Yeah. People had a problem with Batman killing people. Zack Snyder's like, let me show you what Wonder Woman really does in her spare time.
Well, what's in the middle? What's in the middle underneath the head?
It's just like a rope that she's like hung like three heads from.
No, on the bottom side.
That looks like a German general too in the middle. Like
it looks like a jacket.
Style helmet.
No, it's like a no, it's like a old. What does it look like? It's not German. It's
That doesn't look like a World War I German style helmet. It does, with the two eagle wings.
No, that's not an eagle wing. That's help me out here, Truth.
Let me put my glasses on.
Anything to do with the French, maybe?
Yeah, it looks more like it has to do with the French.
No, I don't
know. It's not like a helmet. It's like a hat. It's kind of like almost like a Shriner's hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that it is there.
So where is this? This is on her belt?
No, she's like holding it in her hand.
Like trophies.
Yeah, it's like a trophy, dude.
Predator style.
Yeah, it's like she came here to help these downtrodden people, like to help these downtrodden people.
I remember this part. I watched this movie.
You want this movie?
I know. I've watched this movie. When was this part?
No, that's the whole point. No, that's the whole point. Nobody's ever seen this, Tony. That's what I'm saying, man. Nobody's ever seen this. This is something that literally we're seeing for the first time. Tony's like over. Tony's over here like.
How are you debating this?
He's like, I completely missed that part.
Okay, I'm like, how am I debating this? I've never seen this before.
I just love, like, we're sitting here looking at Wonder Woman carrying a bunch of heads, and Tony's like, I love you, Tony. But like, Tony's over here going like, I remember that part of the movie. Where was that in the movie? Wait, hold on a second. It's not World War I. She can't be that old. Like, we're like, she freaking cut off 3 guys' heads.
It's in the Ultimate Edition.
It's in the Ultimate Edition.
But when did she cut off those 3 guys' heads? We didn't see it.
No, that's the point, Tony. It's not in the movie. It was concept stuff. That picture was taken because that was originally supposedly Zack Snyder's idea and thought for Wonder Woman was that she would have been back there in a latter time, like further back, and come to the world of men and then gone back. Because actually in the story of Wonder Woman, she like comes and goes from Themyscira many times. Like she comes back when she's needed. Right, and it
100% true, but
yeah, and so that was kind of
into our reality. It's in the 19th century or the 20th century.
Well, that's according.
The first time that we see her in comic books is what I mean. The first time,
I get that. Yeah,
times before, but the first time we see her in comic books, She comes back in our century.
No, I get that. But that was kind of the idea. Zack Snyder said that it was, and thank you, Gillis. Zack Snyder said it was a placeholder before Patty Jenkins was hired and settled on the World War I script, because technically it was World War II that she did. So that put her back a little bit further. You know what I mean? So like there's been a little bit of play here, but the interesting thing is that Zack had her literally back then chopping off heads and saving them, which, look, for me, and I'm interested to hear you guys' points on this. For me, I don't think that they've tapped into enough yet about her Amazonian heritage and about what that means, because these women are warriors, right? These women are like, don't mess with these women. You know what I mean? Type of women.
Yeah.
You know, and so you know, if I have a problem with anything in Wonder Woman 84, it's that they kind of homogenized Wonder Woman a lot for the movie. Like, I love the movie, and obviously I debated Matt Jarbo, you know, for 2 hours about it or whatever. But but the thing is that if I have any complaint, it's that they kind of homogenized her. You know, it was kind of the sugar-coated version of what that is, you know, where
they 85'd her. Like, that's what it was. This was 1984, so that's what they did to her. They made it 1984 movie, and if you look back at a 1984 movie, it looks like it's homogenized to us now.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, but the thing is, as much as I love Man of Steel because it shows a more grounded Superman in a grittier world and all those things, there's part of this that I'm like, I wouldn't actually mind seeing Wonder Woman back there in a day and time where like she's kind of savagely fighting a battle like that. I mean, you know, like it's just kind of part of me, like, because especially like with Flashpoint, and you know, Truth, I'm
Superman show up in 84. That would have been amazing.
But you know, Truth, I mean,
Christopher Reeve show up.
Truth, what do you think about the idea of like going back and seeing something like this, you know, and this kind of idea in general? Because look, Flashpoint's coming up, and I know that Flashpoint is going to be based loosely on the Flashpoint, you know, storyline. But in the Flashpoint storyline, Wonder Woman goes after, because her and Aquaman have an affair.
Yes.
They're and are together. And it's kind of uniting the Amazonians and the Atlanteans finally in that storyline. And then Wonder Woman flat out cuts off Mira's head.
Yeah, especially since, you know, I don't know if Amber Heard is in the movie, but if she is, I'm sure some people might enjoy that.
That's what I'm saying. You know, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, what would you think about that? Would you want to see something about? I mean, I know you're a big comic book guy, so I mean, like, you know, like what would you? Well,
it's funny because out of the three, Wonder Woman is the first one, like most likely to kill without even like a hesitation.
Yeah.
So, and I think a part of me would love to see the more 300-esque type of Wonder Woman. I think that would be awesome. But I can see from a studio perspective that they might be a little afraid of showing Wonder Woman in that light, especially, you know, coming off of 1984, which a movie you like. I don't think they would go for that. But again, if it's on HBO Max, and if Zack Snyder is having creative control, I don't know. I think Zack Snyder be like, you know what, you know, this is my Wonder Woman, so I'm you know, she's my toy, so I'm gonna, you know, do with her whatever I want, and I think it'll be cool because I think like Wonder Woman has both sides, right? She's the peacemaker, she's all about love, but she's also an Amazonian warrior.
Yes,
and she will cut your head off without, you know, even blinking. And that side, especially with Gal Gadot, I think it will be really interesting to see that side of her. Because correct me if I'm wrong, even in the original Wonder Woman, we never really saw that. Like we've never seen Gal Gadot really go on the savage mode, and I would love to see that, bro.
Well, in the comics too. I mean, like we just saw Maxwell Lord, but in the comics, the last time we saw Maxwell Lord, Wonder Woman was breaking his neck and killing him. Like, and there was a moment where I was wondering if they were actually going to do that. You know, like no, I love.
I like your version. I love version.
I love this. I love some of the comments here. I mean, Sophie's like Wonder Woman and 300 crossover, maybe. Amparo's just like strong arm it. Double MJ has some choice words. We'll just say people would think that picture is too aggressive. Me, on the other hand, he likes it. Cylon Scotty says, not everyone can be killed with kindness. Oh, and you know what? That reminds me. I left something in the other room that I want to get in a second. But Joey says she be nasty. Wonder Woman slice and dice. Yeah, there would have been a lot of hashtag not my Wonder Woman.
Hey, I don't care what anyone says. You know what? I thoroughly enjoyed it for what it was. I just wish it wasn't. I wish it was 50 minutes shorter. That's all.
Yeah. But you know, so it's an interesting picture. When I first saw it, I was like, whoa.
Rel. Thank you, Rel.
and real quick, how amazing does Gal Gadot look in that picture? By the way, she looks.
Oh yeah, man.
In that picture.
She's the most perfect woman in the world.
Let me bring up the other one. I mean, we showed the three heads or whatever, but let's bring up this picture again and take a look, because even her look in this is very raw.
Yeah.
You know, it's very raw.
The perfect woman right now.
and of course, this is what she looked like in kind of like in Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
So I wish, I don't know why it's not letting me like move it.
What?
I
wonder what this is from though. This picture.
Well, this was it was just like a studio picture, like that they
I know,
took.
but I mean, like, I wonder what they're trying to do with this. You know what I mean? Like, is she doing the Afghani fight against the Russians back in the day in the 80s? What is this, right? Like,
and since this was a placeholder, do you think Snyder is going to inject this back into his continuity?
Well, that's something we could talk about when we talk about our next topic, for sure. Because there's definitely some concerns with the next topic, but yeah, I mean, look, if we see more Snyderverse, I'm all for it. Hey, Pelican, what do you think about this, man? You didn't personally like Wonder Woman, so I'm just wondering, like, would this have been an angle or a direction that you would have liked to see it be more serious like this?
100%, absolutely. I would love to see her kicking bodies and keeping the heads. I would love that.
Did you not like the first one or the second one, Pelican?
I like the first one. 84 just was a mishmash mess, but it was fun.
I agree. Do you think it was a little too long? I didn't want to see the love story as much as I wanted to see more action. That's kind of where I was at. I didn't like the story as much.
Yeah.
I didn't like that wishing story. I thought that was kind of crappy. And how they tried to bring back Steve Trevor. Yes, hey, bring back Steve Trevor from number 3, but figure it out better. It was way I thought it was Quantum Leap-ish. You know, he looks in the mirror, he's somebody else, but she sees who he is. Like, that's where he really was at with it. I really want to know what you think about that, though.
What I think? Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally, with 84, here's my deal with 84.
Cool.
So the beginning started off great. It was fun. It was cool to watch. It was like a life lesson for her. It was like, oh, great, this is going to be a great movie. And then all of a sudden, you get into this mall scene which was cool, but it was just so tame and so like she was trying to hide it, but she wasn't hiding it, which was confusing. And then it just was so boring after that for like a good half hour. It definitely was at least a half hour too long.
Yeah.
And the whole stone thing, like, I don't like how it just like melted into him like that. And it's just a rock. Basically, the whole rock was the whole protagonist.
I agree.
And it was just the writing was just so lazy, especially since we're all locked in our houses and they can be really putting good work into that movie. And they just rushed it. They rushed it because they wanted to get it out before the end of the year for everyone during this pandemic.
But I thought they had it in like April and didn't release it because we were in COVID. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Getting bumped back. Like, so this thing was already made in the summer, and that's what we got.
Well, it was actually completed in like March.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So it was because it was originally set for a December 2019 release. That was the original release date. And then, or maybe it was summer 2019, whatever. Then they moved it to December, and then they pushed it to June 2020. And then it was like August 2020, then October 2020. And then it was ultimately December on HBO Max. So it's been one that's been in the works for quite some time, but it's been done forever, which is why I'm really surprised that the CGI on Cheetah was so bad.
And why wouldn't you show it to people? Why wouldn't you show this damn movie to people and fix it?
Well, because it's all committee based over there, man. It's all you can tell at this point. It's all like either Emmerich and Hamada, and Patty and Johns and all that stuff, you know, and like they just wanted it to be different than what Snyder was giving us, and that's where I think we are right now. I think this is the battle, is Hamada versus Snyder is what I think is going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi. How are you guys?
Just give me the best movie, you know? So, hey, break it up. I just got this in the mail, and I just wanted to show you boys. This is a little old school Batman. 10-cent cover. Yeah.
Nice.
The negative Batman. So, with Robin. I don't know what number it is. It's something, I don't know, 200 or something. But I just got it in the mail, so I thought I'd show you guys because I'm a huge comic book guy. So
awesome.
And I only like the old stuff now. The new
I
stuff.
never got into comic books when I was a kid.
Really?
No, I was always I was really big into movies. I grew up on like Star Wars.
I love movies too. Jarbo, when did you get here?
I just have that ability to kind of like
when did Jarbo get here?
randomly fly in. So
I gotta ask you then, man. I gotta ask you, like, what do you think of this picture? Because I gotta go run out and get something. So I'm definitely I definitely like you to share your thoughts on, you know,
on Wonder Woman decapitating Crimean warlords.
Yeah, man.
Like I think that I honestly think that picture is in direct response to Patty Jenkins talking about how she was nervous to go on to Wonder Woman and how she was like, but I don't think like Wonder Woman like decapitates people, you know? And then here's Zack with this photo like, oh no, bitch. Oh no, she do.
Oh no, bitch.
She do. And that's the thing is I think like Zack is like subtly trolling a lot of these people. And I think
100%.
and I know like it's all a game. This is all Hollywood. This is all production. It's all a show. None of what we're getting is real. Look at this whole thing today with like Keaton. Everyone's freaking out over that thing. And then the guy who wrote the article was like,
Batman on Earth 1 and
well, no, because he even updated 3 hours ago, but he's like, that's not really what I meant. You know, he's backpedaling now. You got Grace Randolph coming out there today going like, I told you guys, and like with no corroboration of evidence. I watched Grace Randolph's video tonight. There's no corroboration of evidence. It was just like there's a tweet where that guy who wrote the NYT article was like, oh no, Batman Earth 1, Batman Earth 2, and she's like, I told you guys, Batgirl Beyond. Again, such a weird leap, because she went from point A to point C overlooking point B, and point B is where the meat of the story is, but she just made this massive connection to something that like, and it doesn't hold up under any scrutiny. It's like, logically speaking, Grace is just, and then you can.
We all want Keaton as Batman, right? We can agree on this.
Yes, yeah. I'll tell you, I want Keaton. I want Keaton as old Batman from like Batman Beyond. Like that's what I want. He's going to be 70 here by the time the Flash movie comes out. So he's going to be old. And like, all right, like, you know, Harrison Ford is going to be 80 by the time Indiana Jones comes out.
Exactly.
So it's like, how far are you going to push these guys? Because there's only going to be so much they can do. I mean, he's going to be back in the costume and he might have a couple scenes, but it's going to be like Peter Mayhew and Junius Satoru, whatever the guy, Sutomo.
Exactly. Well, that's what I said today on Twitter.
Yeah,
that's what I said today on Twitter. It's like, why are you guys freaking out over this idea of Batman? Like it's not like they're just going to keep him in as Batman running the streets and doing stuff. And like, I'll be honest with you, I'd love to see a little bit of it, but I mean, he was just in Spider-Man. They've got stunt people. You know what I mean? Like I would like to see that. I would like to see that and build it up to a Batman Beyond situation, even regardless if it's Batgirl.
There's only one reason. There's only one motive for that picture to be put on the internet. There's only one answer, and I'll give it to you, is because 84 got so much slack from everyone. He posted that picture to say, look, this was the original idea. This is how it should have been done. Now look what happened to my movie again.
Well, I like I just said, I think Zack is outright trolling people. I think Zack is out. I think that there is a rift. I think when it comes to Hamada saying that on the DC lineup, that Snyder's not involved, I think it's because that is going to be the switch. It's not going to be DC. What we're going to get is DC Films and DC Max. That's what I think we're going to get. So DC Films is going to be like that's going to be the theatrical stuff. And then the Snyderverse stuff is going to be like whatever they're going to put on DC or on HBO Max. But that's only going to be if the Snyder Cut does well, which I hate to be the bearer of logical sound news or reasoning. We don't know yet. Yeah. We don't know specifically when this is going to happen because we don't have a release date, so they can't start pumping it. Everyone's out there telling me, oh, it's going to be March because that's going to be the memory, the anniversary of Autumn's passing. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Like,
no, but Zack, they're saying that because Zack said March to the one guy. He said, I can't wait for you to, did you see the Vero post?
Yeah, but it could also be a trailer.
I mean, it could be, but he did say, he said that. Well, and then when Ray Fisher was on here, he talked when somebody mentioned the fact that it was coming out in March. He says, "Oh, who told you that?" And then we were like, "Well, it was on Vero." And he's like, "Okay,
Well, he also said it.
I don't know.
He also said it in an interview with Grace Randolph. She asked him like, "When do you think the movie is going to be released?" And he said, "We're zeroing in on March."
Yeah. Well, here's my question then. When does? So for one, March makes sense, but not for the reason you might think. So. We have to look at this as what is Hollywood? It's a business. So when is the most opportune time for them to push something like the Snyder Cut? Generally at the end of a quarter. So either that's going to be March or that's going to be June. Right? Yes. So it could be like they could hold off and go, we're going to release it at the end of May on Memorial Day.
Summer blockbuster.
Yeah, they could go, we're going to release it theatrically in some places as well. And they're going to want to, they have it up for pre-order right now on Google, which I still need to go pre-order it just to like help kind of toss one more number in there. But it's like, okay, when is going to be the best time? So, and I think what it is if Wonder Woman was as much of a success as they're claiming, which I don't think that it is. Allow me to explain. The movie drew numbers, but will those numbers hold past 30 days?
I paid $30.
You rented it for $30?
Yep. Wish I didn't. If I had two friends here, it would have been worth it. By myself,
yeah.
I'm going to go and no go.
And well, I did talk about it the other night, and the movie was pirated like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
So and that was going to happen anyway. Like, but that's the question then becomes, did it impact their bottom line? Piracy never really impacts the bottom line in the way that they claim. It's mostly just a talking point. Because and this is true, that they've actually been able to trace back torrents to Paramount's lot, to some IP address on Paramount's lot. Yes.
Wow.
They've been able, so they found this a long time ago. I don't know how, like, Universal's happened with Universal too. The idea, and my theory on that's always been, these people, they put out a copy of their movie. They put it out and they just want to see what the reaction to it is in that group of people, because the more streamlined they make entertainment, the more accessible they make entertainment, the more piracy goes down. And the fact that HBO Max didn't have a worldwide rollout for Wonder Woman, it impacted the piracy. And the thing is, in 2020, the most pirated television show was The Mandalorian, and Disney is rocking 96 million subs.
Yep.
So I couldn't get The Mandalorian. I couldn't pirate it. I guess maybe
you couldn't pirate The Mandalorian. Did you try?
Yeah, well, I guess I could have pirated it. Maybe
you could have thrown a stone in any Juarez site.
You just got to get an Amazon Fire Stick.
Canada as you think, Jarbo. It's not as easy in Canada as you think it is. It's
to pirate.
Actually, it's harder to pirate shit here.
As soon as you start pirating it, the Mounties show up at your door and they're like,
that's not true anymore.
They said, "Hey, it's
there, buddy,
to stop pirating this stuff here, and we will stop you."
Because if you do that, you're going to be sorry. All right.
The Mounties show up. They're just like, "Hello there. We're here today to talk to you about some suspicious internet activity. We've been noticing that you've been downloading Wonder Woman and copious amounts of Fancy Nancy on Disney Plus. Okay, so I just want to ask you: do you have children in the house, sir? No. Oh, sir, that's. Can we see your computer, please?
That's a no-no.
So Matt brought this up, and it's actually the second thing that we were going to talk about tonight, but it goes right in to what we were talking about, and that is and Jarbo, I'm more of what you're saying, but honestly, this does bring up an interesting idea. This is from The Wrap. Zack Snyder has no plan to make more DC movies after Justice League, which I said earlier to somebody. It feels like we're being kind of trolled, or we're just not being told everything. But I mean, according to this, Zack Snyder currently has no plans to make more DC movies after his Snyder Cut of Justice League is released on HBO Max in March. That's what this article says. So it even says in March, and it says released on HBO. So, I mean, I know it could be wrong, but this is they could be getting their source from just people talking about it. But this, after they interviewed him, they're saying it's in March. He says, "Look, I never thought I'd be here doing this. I didn't think I'd be finishing Justice League," the director said in a new interview with Comic Book Debate. "The truth is, and it's been widely reported, I have no issue. This is an old movie. This is a years old movie I'm working on. The DC universe has gone and branched off and done its own thing, and that's fine." He continued, "As far as what I did, and as far as what my vision for what I wanted to do with these characters and the journey I wanted them to go on, it's well known that I planned on more movies, 5 movies or something, but I'm busy. I've got a lot going on. Is it cool that the fans have so much faith in the trajectory? Yes, it's amazing. And I couldn't be happier. And I'm excited for them to see Justice League so they can really drink the entire elixir of Justice League." That's funny. But
that sounds, you know what? Like that, just drink the entire elixir.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he says,
"Bro, drink the Kool-Aid."
I'm just saying. Well, I'm just saying it's like with how many people on Twitter, either knowingly or unknowingly, completely fillet Zack Snyder over every little thing. I take that joke entirely different.
Okay.
I think it is drinking Kool-Aid, and I think it's funny.
It's just,
well, he says flat out here. He says, "Would I continue?" He says, "I have no plan to, but like I said, I didn't think I would be here. So who knows?" Says though Snyder was given around $70 million to recut the movie. His latest comments align with the recent profile, the thing that we all read, who said the director of Man of Steel and Batman v Superman isn't part of the studio's future plans to build a multiverse in its films. It goes on about the Hamada, interview or whatever. So, I mean, I tend to believe that they'll go the HBO Max route and we'll get more, but according to this, I mean, unless he's just trolling us all, which it is Zack Snyder, he says that he's busy. He says that he's busy and, he may not even have time to do it. What do you guys think of that?
You don't do all of this for nothing.
Yeah. Thank you.
You don't do everything he's doing for literally nothing.
Well, here's another point too. We also don't know behind the scenes in Hollywood. They could be talking. Zack could be talking with all the executives, and they're going to be like, "Hey, listen, Zack, we appreciate what you did for this DCU. We're going to have to let you go because every time you make a film, and they're going to want something different. The fans are going to whine. We're going to want a whole Snyder cut from now on after Justice League." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if they just cut the garbage, and he's talking with the exec? We don't know the whole story. Maybe he said this just as a cover piece.
Allow me to counter.
Okay.
Allow me to counter real quick.
I would like to go there too. So Jarbo, please go.
Okay, so last week, Ray Fisher.
Am I the host?
No, I'll be doing my own stream in about 15 minutes, so then you can take over again. But in the meantime,
no, I wasn't talking about you. I just think it's fun. I love Tony. I love Tony. I love it when he's
Sounds like we both have a counterpoint.
Matt, let's hear your counterpoint first, Matt.
My counterpoint boils down to something Ray said last week.
Yes.
And what did Ray say on Twitter? If fans want it to be canon, it's canon.
Yes.
So that's the thing. Look, everything Ray Fisher has done, let's be real.
That's the problem.
Everything he's done, he's done with consent. Everything he's done. He won't say it, but it's true. He everything he's doing, because if he cared about Zack in the way that he says that the way that they care about each other, and it was legitimate, he would get permission before he did this, because that would bring unnecessary complications on a business side of things to Zack. And there's a thing about Hollywood relationships people have to really pay attention to. So he is getting permission from Warner's, my opinion, and I think the go ahead from Zack to come out there and make this. But I think they also know that there's going to be a further continuance. I was talking with Mikey Sutton tonight. And I was asking him. I said, "Hey, so what's your thoughts on all this Keaton stuff?" And he's like, he basically just goes, "This is all negotiation through the trades. This is all negotiation." Zack says, I'm not doing anything else. Fans come out and go, "Dafa?" Right? Try not to swear. It's not my stream. But they come out and they freak out and they make Zack trend on Twitter. Right? And so they get all flustered and they come out and they tweet and they tweet and they tweet and it gets trending again.
Exactly.
And then they go, "Look, see, we have an audience of people that care. These are the people that are going to tell everybody about it. These are the ones that are going to spend money. So this is what it is." And so Zack probably wants more money or maybe more control. And I think if I were him, the control would be more important than the money, because the control is what we're seeing now with this Wonder Woman image. It's all it is. It's just him coming out and dropping that bombshell going like, "No, this is what we wanted her to be."
Exactly.
And then all the fans again, they go, "Oh my God, do you see this? How cool is this? Holy shit."
That's what we could have had.
That's what we could have had. Instead, we got a wish stone.
Yeah.
We got
a crappy story for a really good actress and actor and everybody else, and we got a bad story. I'm sorry. That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying before. He just dropped that picture just to say, "Hey, listen, this was my idea again. This was what I wanted, idea, and it didn't work out again."
And also, I'm just going to put this theory out there. Okay, I don't have anything to back it up, but it's what my gut's telling me. He had.
I got the stupid button ready.
Okay, thank you. Prep the button. Prep the button.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Hold on a second. I hate StreamYard, man, when it doesn't show up everything. Okay, I'm
okay,
ready.
you got the button. Okay,
Yeah,
here's my hot take, my hot theory. Okay.
Stupid! You're so
I'm sorry, that was a preemptive.
Sorry, that was that a preemie shot? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Okay.
preemptively
Okay.
hit the stupid.
All right. Okay. You guys ready for this? Are you ready to have your mind blown with this theory?
Yes.
Okay. What happened this morning? Zach talked to the Faruqi brothers, right?
Yes.
A lot of people talked about it. That image came out of it. A lot of people broke down everything. Now, wasn't it interesting about maybe an hour or 3 later that all of a sudden this Michael Keaton thing blew up the way that it did? Ever find that just to be a little bit on the interesting side that there's been that Patty Jenkins quote coming around about how Wonder Woman wasn't, what she wanted to be at first, and then Zack drops this image as kind of it's a bit of an FU. It's a little bit of one. Maybe friendly jibbing or friendly ribbing, whatever. But then all of a sudden, the one guy just goes like, "Oh yeah, no, Keaton," and then everyone just runs with it as being like this legitimate Affleck's out, Keaton's in sort of thing, and it completely just it diverts the news cycle. And they use. So I'm like, there's no way that this just happened randomly.
No, it made me think of this.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Is that what it made you think of? Honestly, show me again. Show me again what it made you think of.
Way to go, Poindexter! Check out this clip. Thank you, Poindexter Lounge.
God, why do you give me nightmares by showing me that man baby?
Thanks, Tony.
Why do you provide?
I'm sorry. I provoke him to do this.
Well, hold on. In all fairness, I mean, I could show you this man baby.
They're trying. Let me just break it down for you like this. I can summarize everything up in simply 2 words. You lost.
Ooh.
That's it. All the Jody's Corner fans.
Oh my
God, I'm so fat.
You let him take a screenshot of you, Gerbo?
Do you wonder why I'm off camera? Do you wonder why I'm off camera so often these days? It's because Enosh plays that clip so often and I just look hefty.
I just love that clip. Like, you love.
I look hefty.
I look hefty.
Actually, I do feel fat. I did buy the Ring Fit Adventure today. Mine came in the mail. So
Did
tomorrow,
because I hear smoking or sitting is the new smoking.
Man, I quit smoking 15 years ago. So I would like to, if I can go back to that, that'd be amazing and still lose weight.
I agree. I was skinnier when I smoked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My first year off of smoking, I gained like 18 pounds, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so fluffy.
But you bring up a great point though, Matt. and that's the fact that this is like the answer to this. It's like, but this was brought up. This has been brought up before. I mean, like, look at the Frosty the Snowman stupid news that came out with, about Jason Momoa. That it's like they tried to divert away from what Ray Fisher was talking about, bringing attention to the story with Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns and John Berg. And then all of a sudden they put out this BS bogus statement that, about Jason Momoa going to play Frosty the Snowman. That wasn't true.
Well, I'll tell you this. Here's what I think about that. I think about that right there is, I do think that the deal was, I think they were working on it, right? I think that the deal was just not done yet. And they just wanted to put it was definitely a distraction as a way to discredit Ray Fisher. I mean, I like Warner Brothers as a studio. I do, but it's like whoever's in charge right now, and in my mind, it goes to Emmerich. I think Emmerich is coming to the realization that his influence is kind of done.
It all boils down to the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of boils down to that. And then a lot of these people, they just end up getting all butthurt and pissy over everything. And it's just it just becomes an ego. And it's so frustrating because all we as fans want is just good storytelling and good movies. And that's it. But at this point, this is like a culture war. Like the Snyder Cut has become part of the culture war.
Yeah.
But and not in the traditional way, but in a total different, us versus them, us being fans.
That was my point I was making. Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Every time we're gonna want something different because it didn't come out the way we wanted, we're gonna bitch. And,
well, I think you know what though. The thing is, the market decides, and which is very true.
Yeah.
And so in this regard, it's like, but here's the thing, is a lot of these, and Zack has said this too. The movies are made by committee. A lot of these movies are made by committee. And so, and all they're doing is they're just chasing the empty dollar, to be honest with you. They're chasing like
100%.
Yeah, they're chasing China money. They're really, a lot of them are chasing China money. And so they don't really care about the script for like Western audiences because they know that the bulk of their income is going to come from Eastern audiences. Yeah. I mean, go and look at like Alien Covenant, for example. When Alien Covenant, and that's not a good movie. It was edited terribly. They cut out so much crap. But anyway, when it went to China, 72% of the xenomorph was cut out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Chinese audiences rejected it. Chinese audiences rejected The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, because they didn't grow up with it. But they didn't. But Hollywood doesn't care. They just want that money. It's frustrating because we've learned that if you can tell these good stories with these high production values, if you have the right artist at the helm, and Snyder, despite his I don't want to say like maybe not so much the most succinct way of describing things because he just says cool a lot, and a lot of people like to take that as an attack, or like they like to attack him over that because
he's a fanboy.
He's a fanboy. He's like, oh, that'd be pretty cool, And then people go, oh, but that's not an answer. It's like, no, if you follow Zack, it's actually a pretty decent answer, like his mindset.
Yeah. He's following his passion.
Yeah, and that's what he talks about, and that's what he does. And it's like, I just honestly think so many people have been told that Zack Snyder is a terrible filmmaker that they just believe it without ever looking at what he makes from a critical or like philosophical or theological angle.
He's made bad movies, but it doesn't mean
well, Sucker Punch, I do think eventually we're going to get a director's cut out of Sucker Punch. But other than that, that's the only
Snyder cut of Sucker Punch.
Well, no, and he's talked about that too in regards to like the license, like the rights to it are with another company right now, but eventually they're going to revert back to him. And I think at that point he'll remaster. Today he was talking about remastering Man of Steel and IMAX. So he's talking about going back to his properties, to these projects and tinkering with them again, which goes to show you that there's clearly been discussions about what to do with them. And so, and again, like name me a bad Zack Snyder movie that's not Sucker Punch.
All right. Okay. Here's a bad Snyder movie. What was the one? I forgot the name of it. What was
because it doesn't exist.
No, what was the anti-superhero movie he made years ago?
Watchmen?
Yeah, that movie is critically not liked. I love
boot
that
this
movie.
man. Boot this man. Boot this man.
No.
You didn't hear what he said. You didn't hear what he said.
I guess stop there.
He said it's critically not liked, but he
critically not liked. I love the movie. I personally think that's one of his best movies. But
okay, it's not like because it's long.
No,
but it's amazing.
I saw that movie twice in IMAX. I love watching it.
Every time I see it on TV, I watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
but
it's good stuff.
The thing is, if you look at all the critic scores, they trash that movie. They hate it.
Yeah.
Right now it's got a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's certified fresh with 310 reviews, an audience score of 71% with 1,057,437 people having voted. Now, that's pretty good, actually.
But nobody cares about Rotten Tomatoes. We know this, Jarbo. Come on.
Well, you're not. It's yeah. I know.
Here's a side note with Snyder too is he's also doing a lot of cleanup with Army of the Dead with Delia, whatever his name is, with his whole. You know what I'm talking about.
Because they're removing him and replacing him with Tig Notaro, and
exactly, yeah. So he's got to clean up that. He's got to reshoot a bunch of stuff with that, and the whole thing it goes back to him talking to the executives. They probably just are talking in the background and gonna have him move on, And I bet he's okay with that.
The thing. Let's see here. Okay, I have to go to my own stream now. So I'm going to leave. But
what do you think of Suicide Squad being rated R?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Look, I'm sorry to swear, but that's the next topic. We're gonna finish. You can't. Yeah, I'll link you over to mine if you want to come over afterward. But it's like you can't have Suicide Squad needs to be R-rated. That's the kind. It's the Dirty Dozen of comics. You know,
So is Batman. R-rated.
Make it R-rated, like because R-rated only really means like you know, there's such a fine line between R-rated and PG-13 in many cases. Because again, anyone who knows anything about the MPAA, you know, there's no actual like real rule set. It really does boil down to how that person is feeling that day. It is the most
like 2 words.
It's so terrible. The MPAA is such a god awful machine because it's so bad, but it's backed by all the studios. It lobbies in Washington. And the only reason why it exists is to lobby in Washington. That's it. It's the only reason why it exists. You know, and it's just, I hate the MPAA. There's a movie about it called This Film Is Not Yet Rated. It's by Kirby Dick. It's a good documentary. I recommend you guys check it out because I really hate those guys. It's just, they're a thorn in the side of independent media, of independent cinema. Mm-hmm. They are a gateway to being able to go to theatrical releases. In fact, there was Hatchet 2 a number of years ago came out and they were unrated. They were going to refuse classification. And then they struck a deal with AMC to still get distribution at AMC theaters. The MPAA threatened to pull all support from AMC theaters, more or less like going to the studios and telling them do not distribute their AMC studio or theaters anymore because they are not working with us on this, that they are bypassing us. That is what they did. That is anti-capitalism. That is anti-art. That is against the principles of movies and filmmaking and storytelling. And it did not get all these people, all these bloggers. They talked about it a little bit. They rolled over, and because you know they all want their corporate perks. Let's be fair, you know. And so again, it just kind of went away. It's like no, they're bullying a theater chain because it's disgusting to me. It's just disgusting. Like Jack Vincente, may he burn in hell. Sorry, I'm done.
I'm curious about something. On your show, are you talking nerd stuff or are we talking like?
No, it's not Boulder Talk. No, I'm doing this kind of stuff.
Again.
I'm doing this kind of stuff, yeah. But I wanted to jump on and get myself hyped up talking to Enosh because he's a good friend of mine. So
I like it.
And Matt, I don't know if you heard, but at the beginning of the show, Andre called me up literally on the telephone right as I was starting my show. And
did he spoil something new for you?
You have a landline? You have a landline?
No, he called me up on myself. You were here again, Tony. What the heck is up? No,
sorry, I thought you had a landline.
So we had a little Mr. Rogers moment where we went to the phone and we listened to what he had to say. Apparently, Andre has some kind of message or announcement about Fiona, the Fiona.
Oh, is he going to get her on a stream?
I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see.
All right, cool beans, man. Well, I'm gonna go because I think I have people waiting for me right now, and they're probably like, "Where are you?" Oh yeah. I got some people. They upset.
What's your stream,
all right, man.
So I'll send you a link if you want to come over after you guys are done, and we'll chit chat a little bit. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Peace.
All right, but yeah, no. Here's my thing. We're gonna bring Andrew in. What's up, Andrew? Good to see you, buddy. He's been waiting back there patiently.
Silly, I already talked to you about your shit tonight, all right? So you and I, you know what I'm talking about.
But I did want to say this. I said this on Dawson's stream earlier tonight. And Andrew, you got some background noise going on there. So I said this on Dawson's stream tonight. If I, it's still there, bud. It's still there, man. So why don't you mute yourself, and then if you have something to say, then like unmute it because it's still coming through, buddy. Here's the thing: if I am jealous of anything regarding Marvel movies or the way Marvel movies are put together, it's this one thing. It's that at least Marvel fans get to see their heroes and their movies constructively put together, and they get to see their characters look and act like their characters. Warner Brothers, it's like Matt Jarbo just mentioned, Warner Brothers, that like as a studio, we love them. Like I'll be honest with you, I've had HBO Max now for a few weeks. I love HBO Max. Like
Yeah.
HBO Max has amazing content.
Yeah.
It's not like Netflix. I'm not like, searching for stuff to watch. I'm sorry. What's that, buddy?
Andrew?
Said so much DC content library from stuff.
Yeah, man, you're breaking up, bud. That's the only problem, man. I love having you in, Andrew, but you're breaking up, man. As I was saying though, there's so much great content on HBO Max, but unfortunately, when it comes to DC properties and these comic book properties, it's like they can't get their act together. They can't commit to anything. Look, we got Zack Snyder, right? They were like, hey, we're gonna give this to Zack Snyder. They knew what they were getting in Man of Steel. They got BVS. They got too scared about BVS and everything and like what to do and whether or not to go forward with that. But they were the ones who cut out 30 minutes of the movie and confused the people who weren't aware of, like what was going on. That was their fault. So then they put out the Ultimate Edition and people are like, oh, okay, yeah, I get this now. I like this movie. Us diehards, like we're like, I like it anyways, but they just 30 minutes makes it even better.
Yeah.
And then, they put out Wonder Woman, which Patty Jenkins' first Wonder Woman, it kind of followed. It still has some of that grittiness and it has, some of that influence on there. Then you put out Justice League, which you totally screw the pooch on because you look by that time they were looking for a way to get out of their situation with Zack Snyder because the first sign of trouble that they even caused, that they had a hand in causing. What do? They go and they boot Zack Snyder and they use the tragedy that happened in his family's life as an excuse to do it. And then they get Joss Whedon.
I don't think that's the case. We can't say that. I don't think that.
It's totally the case. It's totally the case. What happened? They totally.
I don't think they booted him because of his family situation.
No, they didn't boot him because of his family situation.
Because they've obviously given him the go ahead to keep going.
Tony, they used the situation as an excuse to be able to get rid of him. They wanted to get rid of him, but he was already in production of Justice League. This is a known thing. They wanted to get rid of him. They wanted to let him go, and the fact that he asked for some time off, they use it as a way because they flat out lied and said that
okay.
Zack.
I have a good heart, and I'm sorry. I was actually giving somebody the benefit of the doubt at this point. So I'll give it to you.
I love you. I love you.
Sorry.
But the thing is that Tony, they actually lied and said that Zack approved of Joss coming in and finishing his film, which none of that was true. None of that was true. So they did all this mess.
We know this
because they wanted to give it to Jeff Johns to be able to lead it, and that's what they did. They gave it to Jeff Johns to lead the DCEU into a new era, and that's what they did. They started pushing it in this other direction. The movies looked different, they felt different, they were just totally different. And now we're back to square one, and it's like, good God. Just for God's sake, can somebody just like leave their hands out of the cookie jar for a minute, give a freaking movie or franchise to one of these directors, let them make the movie that they want to make, stop meddling, and let's get the ball rolling on what should be. Like I'm convinced almost at this point, guys, even as far along as we are with the Flashpoint movie, like I am scared to death. I am literally scared to death because I feel like if Zack Snyder's Justice League doesn't do exemplary and like blow away all thoughts and theories, that all of a sudden it's going to be another.
But which one? Like the reboot?
Yeah. Well, it's not a reboot. I mean, it's the original one restored.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So like I have this feeling that like if it doesn't blow away millions of subscribers or something, that they're going to look at that again because that's what they do. They get cold feet on everything. Like
if Flashpoint blows it out of the water, though.
But that's it's not
more amazing than the Snyder cut.
But hold on, that's not what I'm saying though, man. I'm saying that they have all this stuff talking about Flashpoint, right? My concern is that if Zack Snyder's Justice League doesn't absolutely turn the world over, they're just going to go, oh, well, no, you know what? We're just going to go. We're just not going to do that now. We're just not going to do Flashpoint. We're just going to start over again and just, J.J. Abrams will just do his Superman movie now, and we'll recast Superman, and we'll just start over from scratch. We got this new Batman movie, and we're just done.
You launch them at the same time, and you let it go. You let it go.
I think Enosh wants a full restart.
What's that?
I think Enosh wants a full restart.
I really don't. You know what I want them to do is I just want them to make good movies. Yeah, no, I don't want them to restart it. I just want them to make good movies, and I want them to I want them to let Zack make his movies. The thing that pisses me off the most about this is we shouldn't be in this position. If they had just like literally left it alone,
they're not gonna
said, hey, let's see what happens here. And let's let Zack finish off his movies and then make a decision instead of cutting it off halfway through like they did. We wouldn't even be in this position.
Well, the problem is there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yep.
And we would have been done by now. That's the funny thing.
You're right. The truth, I'm putting you right here in the driver's seat, dude, because you tell me some more truth, man, because that is absolutely the truth, bro.
Well, I think the main problem with Warner Brothers is they have no confidence in their IPs. Like their only confidence that they have is Batman. That's it. That's their golden goose. That's the only property that they fall back on. And I feel like Warner Brothers is kind of hoping that the Snyder Cut doesn't do well because that gives them an excuse to use the Flashpoint. It's like, hey, you see, I told you that the Snyder Cut, the Snyderverse is the wrong way to go. So now they could use the Flashpoint concept to reboot everything and get back to what they want to do. I find it so strange to me that Warner Brothers has this weird, just this hatred for its fans. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like,
I don't get it either.
Yeah, I think it's this general mentality is of like, we know better than you fans. We know what we're gonna do, and the fact that the fans pushed back and said, "No, we don't want this bullshit." Excuse my language. We want the Snyderverse, and I think they got triggered by that. They got upset. It was like, what? It's like, no. We tell you what to do. We tell you what we like and don't like. So I think. So and now that Snyder is like, stoking the fire, stoking the flames, he's like, hey, I'll just put out this little picture of Wonder Woman and let's see what happens. And what happened? The world blew up. People were like, oh my God. So I feel like, I don't know. I think it all depends on the Snyder Cut. If it's a massive, massive success, which I think it will be, despite what Jarbo's saying, I'm gonna.
Jarbo was gonna fight you on that one.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna be the turning point. The Snyder Cut is going to be the turning point for DC going forward. So
I think you're right.
See what happens.
I think you're right.
Yeah. In Barcelona, here's the thing. You're not the first person that has said this to me, actually, in the last couple of weeks, that they're getting frustrated and they're just about ready to just, kind of throw their hands up. Somebody else said to me the other day, sent me a tweet, and they were just like, it makes me not even want to be a part of the fandom anymore. It makes me not even want to be a part of supporting DC movies and stuff like here. Can I just say this? Like we always say here on the channel, continue to like what you like. Don't let this kind of stuff sour you on what you love. We all agree, like, I think most of us here, we're really into DC films. We're into, most of us here, I think, it could be all of us, but I don't like to speak for everybody, just the ones I know. But like, we liked Zack Snyder's vision, we liked what we saw, and we wanted to see that continue. Now, there was this voice of some people who didn't share that. And instead of letting it play out, because like Truth said, if they had just let this all play out, we'd have been done, and you could have gone anywhere. And like, we would have gotten our 5 movies, we would have gotten our arc, we would have seen all those things. We could have made a legitimate decision then going forward. Is this the story we want to continue? Like, because Superman was supposed to like have gone through his arc, and now he comes out triumphant as Superman, the Superman we love and know, because Zack said that. And then they could have made a legitimate decision. Do we want to go forward with that, or do we want to kind of reboot things and go in a different way? But the way that it is, well, we don't know, and then it's like when we just read an article like that, if we take that article with Zack at face value, now we just talked about the fact that we kind of have reservations about that. But if you take that at face value, which a lot of people are going to be out there who aren't as educated, aren't as into films and, movies and, and all this stuff. And, maybe the comic book movie stuff, there's going to be people who read that article and they're going to go, yep, Zack ain't going to be around. You know what I mean? It's going to make them lose confidence. Maybe they like the Zack Snyder movies, but they're not as involved as we are. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of people who just go to the movies, right? Yeah. And they're just like, wait a second, I thought the Snyder Cut was coming out. Why are they giving them $70 million? They're getting the blurbs, and like to them on the outside, well, that makes them feel like, well, they're not going to go forward with this. Why should I care? And that's what bugs me about this stuff is like. When you see the studio doing stuff like this and you see things like going on like this, it's almost like they're trying to sabotage their own projects and, make it out like, oh, well, who cares if we're doing, what was it that happened? Man, there was something that happened. Was it a couple of weeks ago that just made it feel like they were sabotaging their own, well, it was, what? Honestly, it was the Hamada, the Walter Hamada thing. He's the president of DC Films, okay? And the president of DC Films comes out and makes a statement about how Zack Snyder's Justice League is a cul-de-sac, a dead-end street that goes nowhere. Can you imagine Kevin Feige coming out about any Marvel movie and referring to it like that? Now, look, they've got stuff that's coming out on DC Plus or Disney Plus. I mean, right? Yeah. That is just like the what if stuff, right? Or whatever. Like, but nobody would ever come out like when they talk about the what if stuff. They're not like, well, these are kind of pointless because they don't really go anywhere and they're dead end streets. Like you don't really want to watch these. We just made these just to put out something. You don't really care about this, so if you're drunk one night and you got nothing better to do and your girlfriend says no because she's got a headache, I guess watch What If. Can you imagine if Feige came out and said like something like that? It's a dead end street. It's a cul-de-sac.
But that's kind of right about What If. Real quick.
That's a dumb thing to say as president of DC Films. Why wouldn't you come out and say, hey, we've got Snyder Cut and we're excited about it? Yeah. You know what I mean? And we want people to see it.
One thing real quick.
Oh, you got to go, buddy?
I have to go.
All right,
nice to meet you, Tony. Everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything. I'm sorry I have to go. I have stupid work tomorrow. I got a promotion today, so I got to work a lot harder.
Well, congratulations on your promotion, man.
Congrats.
It's not as good as you think it is. It just means I work harder. I don't even get paid more. This sucks.
Well, darn it.
Well, I guess I get prestige.
Prestige. Prestige worldwide?
Like Sir Tony. I'm like Sir Tony now. That's kind of what it comes down to.
Nice. They
don't pay me more. I just kind of get a title. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am the wine director of the largest restaurant in Vancouver.
Dude, that's awesome. Congratulations.
That's what I got promoted to, and that's what it is. I'm the wine director of the largest restaurant in downtown Vancouver.
Well,
but I do have to go because I have that.
All right, man.
So,
nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate everybody. I love all you guys, and we'll talk soon.
All right, buddy. We'll send you out.
Take care, Tony.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
See you guys.
All right, bet.
Thank you.
I had to kick him out because I don't think.
Wait, all right. So one quick thing.
Yeah.
All right. See, there's a problem that not saying Jarbo's got a problem or anyone else, or you have to look at these movies through executives' eyes, not through fanboys' eyes like us.
Yeah.
You have to look at it at a monetary position. These guys will do anything tooth and nail to make that dollar. They don't care who they're kicking aside. They don't care if a problem arises. I don't even want to say this, but Zack and the daughter thing, they had to take time off. That was a problem. I hate to even say that because Ray Fisher is such an awesome person, but the stirring he's doing is not going to be good for these movies. It causes problems. And the thing is also, you have to look at it like this point, like Marvel, they started with the formula and it worked and they just stuck with it. But we already had Reeves movies. We had the old Supermans to look at. We're kind of like stuck in between Zack Snyder vision and Christopher Reeves old movies. So you're like, oh, how do we do it different than the Reeves and make it kind of like the Batmans in the 90s? You know what I'm saying? They're looking at it from all these different positions and they're trying to figure out what's the best formula that we can start with and continue like Marvel. Oh, we'll bring a Marvel guy over. We'll bring a Marvel guy over and he'll get it right on track and then we'll just keep going with it. It didn't work. And now we're just getting banged around between the 70s and Marvel. And they don't know which direction to pull us.
I agree with you to a point, Pelican. I'll just say this, and I'm interested to hear even what Truth thinks of this. So I agree with you to a point, but I think that we got a couple of things going on right here. The problem is that so they wanted these movies to be $1 billion makers supposedly, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
But here's the interesting thing, and I didn't even realize this until last week when we did a show about this. So Marvel has 22 movies, okay?
Yeah.
That have made I'm sorry, was it 22 movies or was it
24 maybe?
24?
No, it was 22 to Endgame.
Okay, so 22 movies, and they've made what was it? Because we had this up here the other day, and I can't remember what the exact number. I think it was like they've got 22 movies, and they've made like $20 billion. Okay,
Billions, yeah,
20 billion. But hold on, there are 8 DC movies in this current DC structure, and you know how much they've made?
I don't.
$8 billion.
Wow.
Here's the thing: every movie has not been a runaway hit.
Yeah.
But if you average out the movies that DC has put out, averaged out against what Marvel, because that's in the Hamada interview there in New York Times, because they're trying to use it like they don't do the numbers, they don't do the math. They're like, oh, they've made $20 billion, like, and DC's trying to play catch up. DC has less than half the amount of movies that Marvel has.
Mm-hmm.
But they've averaged $1 billion a piece with only 8 movies. So here's my thing about it is that the problem is that they put these movies out and then they start tinkering with them, right? Because they want them to make more money and they want them to make more money. Yeah. But here's the thing though, is if you don't stay the course and see your projects through and and show confidence in your own projects, what's going to happen is, so if they reboot, not only did they like totally sour people on what was there, but they've confused the masses. They've confused the average, moviegoer who goes one day and sees Ben Affleck's Batman and then is going to go to the theater and is like,
what's Robert Pattinson doing here?
Robert Pattinson, like, well, how did this work? And then they're going to go and then they're going to see they're going to go see Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck show up in The Flash and now we got 3 different Batmen running around, and they're going to be like, wait a second, what's going on? And so then they're going to be like, well, I don't understand any of this. And they're trying to retcon all this stuff and change all this stuff over and do all these things. So what that does is that breaks down the confidence that the consumer has. And then the diehard fans who were like, man, I'm sticking in here. I'm in here. I'm watching this. It's like Barcelona Beast just said, man, it just makes me not even want to And Barcelona, man, if you know Barcelona, like she's a diehard, man. She loves DC through and through. When she's just like, man, all this executive stuff, all this Warner Brothers stuff is starting to get on my nerves. Plus,
that's my point.
Plus, the thing is, though, is like the Ray Fisher stuff, where I think the Ray Fisher stuff actually does good is Ray Fisher is going after these guys who not only have treated, you know, that it's coming out, have treated the people who worked on these movies horribly, but he also just happens to be going after the guys who are making these horrible decisions when it comes, because they've been studio heads or been people who've been showrunners or, you know, I mean, movie runners, you know, and he's going after those people and saying, look, these people got to go. And I think that that's the thing. And I think, Truth, you said it earlier, man, like if we get some of this just rubbish cleared out, right. and don't start over from a film standpoint, like story standpoint, but start over from a who's in charge,
a couple people standpoint.
Yeah.
Right? Not 20 different people, three different people.
Exactly. Plus, you know, what's amazing is that like the DC movies also, DC they won an Oscar for the last Suicide Squad movie, right? Yeah. Marvel hasn't won any Oscars. They got nominated for Best Picture with Black Panther. Okay, now I think it's very arguable. You could have a debate all day long as to whether or not the movie really deserved to be in that category.
Sure.
Okay, and I think that's a legitimate one. I think that's a legitimate discussion. It's a great movie. I love it. But you can legitimately talk about whether or not it really should have been in for best.
It's not Best Picture worthy at all.
I don't think so. I think there were a lot.
8.
I'm sorry, you broke up there for a second, Pelican. What did you say?
I think that's like number 8 for me. For Marvel.
Yeah, it's just, you know what I mean. It is what it is, right?
It's average.
Yeah, and so the thing is that what they got to do is they've got to concentrate on the continuity of the films, because the films are actually making money. Are they making? Have we seen the $2 billion one yet? No, but they're steady, and they're averaging out amongst the movies more. So, like, did Justice League make what it was supposed to? No, but they should actually, instead of looking at it and going, well, Justice League didn't make $1 billion, so obviously it's not a property that people want to see. Bullcrap. That's not the problem. The problem was that Joss Whedon was allowed to come in and rewrite 88 pages of the script and change it over from what people were expecting and put a bunch of stupid jokes in it, made it jokey, changed the color palette, put in like weird people in it and weird flowers and stuff, and changed the look of Steppenwolf because it was too scary, and took Darkseid out of it. How in the world do you take Darkseid out of your Justice League movie and like justify that? Like, come on, it's freaking Darkseid. That, you know what I mean? Like, how do you take that story out? You know what I mean? And so, but then they want to blame it on the movie or the property itself. People still love Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They still love those characters. Okay. Yeah. They still want to see those characters, but what they want to see is they want to see those characters done well. And they want to see those characters. They want to see a cohesive story. When you start messing with that as a studio or as a director or a writer, and you start just throwing weird stuff up against the wall and saying, well, you know what? It's Batman. It's Superman. People don't care. Yeah, just throw some bright colors at it and people like it because it's comic.
Well, you know, that's what they're doing. They're trying to figure out their formula still, and they're 8 or how many movies are we in?
8.
Not 8.
Yeah, we're 8 movies in, and they're still trying to figure out their MCU formula.
But see, that's my point too, though, is I don't think that I mean, I get what you're saying by that, but but that's the thing too, is like too many people are like, well, they should have done this, they should have done that. Here's the thing, my thing that I present is, I think if they would have stopped tinkering with it from the beginning, they had the formula, they had the outline. Zack Snyder had 5 movies planned out. There was a complete Superman arc from start to finish. Part of it, and I think I saw the comment. Actually, I have to go back and see if I can find it. Somebody said that, like, you know, it was talking about how Kevin Smith talked about how about the fans. Where was that?
I think it was on top.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
You know who was to blame for all this? It's Mike Zero. That's all it is.
I agree.
100%.
I'm trying to find where that kind of was. But basically, the gist of it was that fans and look, they've done it to Star Wars. They're doing it to these movies now. Here it is. From Tony. And thank you, Tony, for your comment. It says, I think Kevin Smith said it best in Fat Man on Batman video. In a Fat Man on Batman video, says, we the fans ruined this universe. WB listened to all the vocal minority and decided to play catch up to appease morons who wanted jokes. That's it. Is instead because DC has something unique to DC. DC is not the jokey, crazy, silly, shawarma eating universe.
Yeah.
DC has more of a grounded, gritty, reality-based situation. We had a whole discussion about this last night on this stream, and they needed to play that to that strength.
Well, that was my point before, talking about the 70 movie, Reeves movies, because they already had a start. MCU never had a start except for a Captain America movie back in the 80s or 90s, which sucked. No one watched. But we already had four Superman movies, 4 being the best one. You're supposed to laugh. No, but we already have 4 Superman movies.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh well, we already have a start. But how are we gonna make it different? MCU didn't have that problem. They just needed a start. We already had a start. We just needed to come up with something different. And they're still trying to get different.
If you look at Marvel, who's in charge? Kevin Feige. Right? If you look at DC, who's in charge?
Exactly. They're making mistakes by throwing the wrong people out and keeping the wrong ones in. They're just making the higher heads are making crazy decisions, and it's killing it.
Yeah.
What were we saying there, Truth? I know he was breaking up there for a second, so I knew you came in.
Yeah, sorry.
What were you saying?
I said, if you look at Marvel, who's in charge? Kevin Feige, right? Now go over to DC. Who's in charge? Who's in charge? And that's the thing. There's not one single person who's saying, okay, look, we're doing this, we're not doing that. This is going to be canon. This is not going to be canon. It's just a bunch of people who are like, what do we do? I don't know. Make the multiverse movie. Okay, that sounds great. It's like these people cannot even make a team up movie correctly, and you trust these people to make a multiverse concept? Let me rewind that one more time. They couldn't even make a Justice League movie, and you're gonna trust these people to make a multiverse movie? Yeah, good luck with that, bro. Let me know how that works out. Come on, it's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. This is ludicrous. I don't trust these people because these people don't care about the IP. They don't know anything about the source material. They're just a bunch of executives who just want money. They just want money.
They don't realize shooting themselves in the foot by confusing everybody and backing off of storylines, because you don't just look, you can't just go, oh yeah, all that stuff that was before, yeah, just never mind that. We're gonna start over again.
Yeah.
They could care less about Zack Snyder's vision. They don't care.
Yeah. No,
they don't want it. That's the thing.
Yeah, they got into it, and then they wanted. They're looking at Disney money, and they want Disney money. But they don't understand that. Look, Disney movies. Look at the MCU. Disney had a few, stink burgers along the way. Had a couple of movies that did not do as well that people even talk about. Iron Man 2 was not as good. I kind of liked Iron Man 2, but I know a lot of people didn't. It's considered not as good. Iron Man 3 is a snooze fest in every way. Thor 2 was not great. And I'd even say Civil War. I know there's a lot of people who like Civil War. To me, Civil War is a snooze fest. I mean, it looks great. The Captain America movies are the best to me. But the problem with Civil War is like they're not really even fighting. You know what I mean? It's not really a civil war. They're they basically got into a big disagreement, and then they kind of have a sparring session out at the airport. You know what I mean? And Rhodey got hurt. But he's okay in the next movie. So it's all good. And so I feel like if DC would have stuck to its guns and just said, okay, you know what, this movie didn't make $1 billion, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We made money. All of them have been profitable.
Yeah.
So, so now you're just talking about like, well, we didn't make as much profit as we wanted. Well, you know what? Then don't tinker with your films.
Exactly.
I wonder what the response would have been of some of the films if they hadn't tinkered with them. Look at the response for Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition, which came out on Blu-ray and stayed at the top of the sales charts for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
As opposed to the movie that came out theatrically.
And as a matter of fact, when the Ultimate Edition came out, people were apologizing to Zack Snyder. They were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. This movie's actually good." So just like,
can you imagine if that movie came out in the theaters?
Yeah.
Maybe we get $1 billion movie then.
Who knows?
I don't know. We can't go back and predict that. What if the Ayer cut? What if David Ayer actually got his version of the film Suicide Squad?
Yeah, who knows? It would have been great.
Who knows where that could have gone? You know what I mean? And then what if Justice League didn't go the route that it did?
And even though if the DC films didn't make $1 billion, you're setting a foundation for the future.
Yes,
which is what they should have done. It was just like again, it's just the knuckleheads at Warner Brothers. They drive us crazy.
I love Ray. Ray is so awesome. She is so awesome. She was on last night as Saggy Melons, and Civil Board, the biased media did everything to downplay BVS just to praise this rubbish. I love her takes on stuff so much. So I got a couple other things, and because it's 2:41 here, and I know at 3 my time, so about 20 minutes, Nicotina is going to go live, and I know that he's going to have his show, so I want to be able to throw over to him. But I did have a couple of things. One, and we kind of talked about it just for just a minute, but I didn't get a chance to talk about it. The Suicide Squad, I should say, has gotten a rated R rating. And I, for one, couldn't be happier. Do you guys think that this hurts its chances? I mean, it's got John Cena in it. It's got some colorful, kind of crazy characters in it. Do you think that look what happened with Birds of Prey just now? I feel like if Birds of Prey hadn't been rated R, it might have done better at box office. Is this setting up for a good movie, but hopefully adults are able to see it? Or are we setting this up? Does it matter since it's going to streaming with HBO Max and kids will be able to see it anyways? What are you guys' thoughts on this? Truth, we'll start with you.
I don't think it's going to hurt the film because, again, I think what hurt Birds of Prey was the marketing and the title. People like Birds of Prey, like what the hell is that? Like I don't know what that is. Yeah. And I think James Gunn, I think most of the general audience, they know that name from Guardians of the Galaxy. So he has a bit of bank with the general audience. And I think most people like James Gunn. I think they like his films. And even though people like to crap on Suicide Squad, the original film, it made a lot of money. And Harley Quinn is, despite Birds of Prey, is still a very profitable character and a very popular character. Mm-hmm. And I think it all depends on how this movie's marketed. If it has that same James Gunn style, which is like, rock and roll music, the 70s music and poppy visual effects, I think it's gonna be a fun movie. I think it's gonna be a good movie. And I don't think the R rating is gonna hurt it. I think it's actually gonna help it because I can't see James Gunn doing if you're doing a movie called Suicide Squad, you can't make it PG-13. It has to be rated R. So I don't know. I think it's gonna do well, in my opinion, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the director again of Guardians? What's his name?
James Gunn.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you got James Gunn with the Suicide Squad right there. That's a huge move.
Yeah,
that's big. That's big. I think with Gunn and rated R, I think it's gonna be a smash.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I mean, look, I think he's taking some weird choices. I mean, we got Polka Dot.
Yeah, I saw that.
you know, Fatal J's favorite character in Bloodsport.
Well, here's
if you guys don't know that joke, that's the day that Fandom was going on Zeverfet's channel. Fatal J was on there, and when they announced that Idris Elba was playing Bloodsport, Fatal J started going on this whole rant about how like Bloodsport, nobody know who Bloodsport is. Nobody cares who Bloodsport is. Well, why are they putting Bloodsport in this? Like, why are they even doing this? And I'm just like, I'm in the chat and I'm just going, really? You don't know who Bloodsport is? Dude, Bloodsport was a major Superman villain. Like that stuff was all over the 90s, man. And he's like, and he kind of called me out in the chat. He's just like, because I wasn't on the stream, and he's like, Enosh, nobody knows who Bloodsport is. He's like, I challenge you to find me a Bloodsport comic, you know, with him on there. He says, and I will call you king of the internet. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I went upstairs to one of my long boxes. I pulled out a Bloodsport comic and I pulled it back down. And I actually went on Zeverfet's stream for about 5 minutes to show him the comic because it's a character. You know, I enjoy the character, and I think Idris Elba is going to lend very well to that character. That being said, I agree with both of you. It's James Gunn. He has made something out of other properties. Look at Guardians of the Galaxy. Most people didn't know what the heck a Guardians of the Galaxy was.
Absolutely not.
I didn't, you know, like I had no clue what that was all about. So, you know, and I was sure of myself. I don't think I've ever been wrong about anything more in my life. My wife lets me know about it too. Because she brings it up in casual conversation when we're talking about, like, remember when you thought that Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be a big flop, Enosh? And I'm like, okay.
It's such a good movie. It's
all
so
right,
good.
All right, honey. I love you too. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, because I'm there watching the trailer, and I'm watching a talking tree and a talking raccoon, and I'm thinking, yep, this is the one. This is the one that MCU went a little too far because I'm going just off of like how everybody else judges, you know, DC movies. Because if you put a talking raccoon, if you put that squirrel Green Lantern.
Badge.
Is that his name? Badge?
Yeah, Badge.
I don't even know his name, man. If you put Badge,
Rocket.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, there's a squirrel Green Lantern though in the Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
So if you put that in a DC movie, people would people would never let that fly. And so I did an educated guess and said, I don't think I have a feeling this isn't going to be good. And then it was awesome. And James Gunn won me over. And then, I mean, and then James Gunn survived all that stuff that happened a couple of years ago to him. You know what I mean? And everybody, you know, saying and doing that stuff. So, and look, you know what I noticed about that too? Notice that like all of the people who worked with him came forward in support of him. Same thing about Zack Snyder. The only people who say these negative things about Zack Snyder are like literally haters who just don't like his universe. Like everybody who works with Zack Snyder, all of his actors, everyone has come forward and said he's the nicest guy. We love working with him. We're so thankful for him. He's been fabulous, and we want to, we want him to see his vision played out. You know, which is just amazing to me. But real quick before we where to go, there it is. What's up, Tom Hanks, Ballsack 69? He. Hey, he was on last night and I enjoyed it. I just wanted you to know from me, says Zack Snyder, of course, should be the Kevin Feige of the DCU. The question was asked up there, who I personally would like to be the Kevin Feige of the DCU. If I just had to pick somebody, I would go with Zack Snyder, because I think Zack Snyder had a purpose and a reason for the choices that he made in these movies and for doing these things this way. Whether or not he wants to do it, I don't know at this point. You know, I hope that if they do decide to continue on with some of his stories and stuff, I would love to see him do that. Aside from that, man, I just don't know. I don't know. Can you guys think of anybody else that you would that you would want to head that up?
It's such a tricky thing because, you know, there's only one Kevin Feige.
Exactly.
Like, so you can't really...
Kennedy.
Yeah.
I wish we could keep James Gunn for the whole thing.
I don't know, man. It's a really tricky thing because I don't think they. I don't know.
See, that's the thing. Like
Abrams, they got J.J. Abrams coming in with that big deal. Would you even fathom him?
No, I don't think he's the right choice to overlook the entire DC universe. The films. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. It's very hard.
We just gotta get Spielberg. That's all.
just bring back the creator himself, George Lucas, and let George Lucas do something different and head up the DC universe.
Oh, I think Ray in the chat. She says Jim Lee.
Jim Lee. The only thing that, I mean, I guess the only thing that concerns me about a Jim Lee is exactly. I want somebody who's got some film credit, you know what I mean? Like who could come in and not just have the clout from a comic book standpoint, but love the comics. Cristiano makes the point that I was just going to make, and he was the one who asked. So they need someone who loves DC like Feige loves Marvel.
Yeah.
Like find a person that looks at you the way that Feige looks at Marvel properties. You find true love. Let me do it. I'll do it. And I just don't know. Do we know anybody who is that vocal?
No, as far as we know.
I mean, I do know one person, but I don't want him to do it. We just talked about him. I mean, I know somebody who, because he gets emotional about everything, because he's a huge comic book nerd and everything else, just like me. But I mean, Kevin Smith,
Mike Zero. Oh,
Mike Zero.
Kevin Smith is that he's got a love affair with all things comics, But
he's a super fanboy.
But that's also a problem too, I think, when it comes to stuff. I mean, now I'll be honest with you, I've heard him speak about like his take on Superman Lives when he wrote, the original Superman Lives treatment for Tim Burton, and they didn't end up going with it because it was too much like the comics. I don't understand how that works.
And by the way, have you ever seen that Kevin Smith video?
Gotta have a giant spider in it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Have you ever seen that Kevin Smith video where he talks about John Peters, about his Superman pitch?
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic.
How would you feel if you got a Nicolas Cage Superman with long hair? How would you feel about that?
Please, God.
Because that almost happened.
I know. That's scary, man. It's scary.
Exactly, it's scary.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you look at MCU and you look at DCU, you go, hey, who's running the show at MCU? Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
Who's running the show at DCU? You get 6 different names. And that's the problem. That's the number one problem. It's not what Jarbo's saying about all that crap with Snyder, and even what I was saying about the executives and the back talk there. The number one problem is they don't have a direction and they don't have a leader.
Mm-mm.
Kevin Feige is the leader of the MCU. And if you have a question or a problem, you bring it to him and he figures it out. If you have a problem or a question, DCU, you got to tweet about it and hopefully it will get sorted.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
It's a big problem right now.
And these guys try to bring over MCU directors. Gunn may or may not work out. We don't know with the Suicide Squad. I mean, it's rated R, but we don't know. We
could all be here in a couple of months and going, yes, put James Gunn in charge of the whole thing.
Exactly.
Or we could be going, what?
Oh no! What? That did not work.
You know what? What impressed me a lot about James Gunn was when he was asked like who he loved most, like what character he was most excited about. He said Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And that excited me. Hey, real quick, Tom Hanks, Ballsack. was just, I'll never get tired of that. I'll never get tired of that. And by the way, buddy, you are right here. I'll get your super chat out of the way, man. But thank you so much for your super chat. I always appreciate your support. And speaking of that, I got to get all this stuff out of the way. I got all this branding stuff in the way here.
You should change the he and just put has COVID.
So Tom Hanks Ballsack 69 he see you right here on our members list. Thank you, Tom Hanks Ballsack. Appreciate that. So glad to be able to proudly say that Tom Hanks Ballsack 69 is a proud member. But I am curious, Tom Hanks Ballsack, when you woke up after the stream, did you see my note? I didn't hear anything about that. I wanted to see if you saw the note. We love you, man. And we and I hope you know it was all a good fun, buddy, because we just thought it was fun. It was definitely fun listening to you snore, because we were trying to figure out what it was, and then we realized it was you. But don't worry, because it happens to the best of us. I've almost fallen asleep on a couple of streams, and Mad Max fell asleep on Matt Jarbo's stream when the three of us were on his stream. Now he had the mask to cover it up, but we're like, And my favorite thing is Jarbo had a stream a couple of months ago where a guy fell asleep in the back room. Like he came in, he said his speech, he said what he needed to say, and then he went back, but he never left the backstage area. And so Jarbo saw, because I guess the guy had been drinking. And so Matt brought him back in because the guy fell asleep, and just had this little thing up in the corner, just had like the guy up in the corner asleep, and had a little, like timer in it, seeing how long it would take for him to wake up. And the guy ended up waking up. I was watching. The guy ended up waking up, going to the kitchen, making a sandwich or something like that, making some food, bringing it back, sitting there eating in front of the camera, and then actually like started messing with the computer, saw that he wasn't, that he was still in the backstage area, and then realized that he was in the show. He's like, oh, hey, Matt, like, what? And Matt's like, hey, man, glad you woke up. He's like, what are you talking about? I wasn't sleeping. It's like we had all just watched him for like 35 minutes sleeping right there. Like, and he was just like, and every once in a while, Matt would have guests on, and then Matt would go back to the static shot. So
love those moments.
Oh man, it makes for great watching. Look. That being said, whoa! We got like apparently we just gave everybody what they wanted.
What happened? What happened?
I go away for 2 seconds. I take it off of the comment section for 2 seconds, and I come back and like I got all kinds of colors and fun stuff going on. So let's see what we'll get to first. First, DC Talk with Extended with a $5 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Awesome. Appreciate you, man. You're awesome. I appreciate
What's up, DC?
Sure. Now, also, the Richard is now our latest. Well, he was the latest member. The Richard is now a member of the Poindexter Lounge. Thank you, man. You are awesome. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so much for becoming a member. The Richard is awesome, and I'm glad to have him here. And then check this out. One Step Too Far also became a member.
That is great, man.
That is awesome, man. That is awesome. And and you guys can become a member for literally, I think it's as low as $1.99. You get, there's different levels and different things that you guys can get. Like I said, with Tony went up to like the full, I think it's like the full Poindexter level. And, and he literally gets everything. He gets all the free stuff, gets all free videos and stuff. We do, actually, I'm getting ready to schedule it's just a private stream that we get together and we talk, with members and stuff like that. And then people can even have a private stream just with me and the family if they want, and talk for a while. But also like I said, Tony's getting a free t-shirt every month. So
awesome.
So yeah. So thank you guys so much. You guys are so awesome. Thank you guys.
You know what I was thinking about today, Enosh?
What's that?
I was thinking about, like a year ago when I started watching your channel, the first video that got me to subscribe was the video that you guys were looking at toys and like reviewing like messed up toys.
Oh,
you guys were like reviewing like little figures and like crazy stuff off the internet.
Yeah.
And that's what got me to subscribe. And yeah, and I was thinking about that today, and I've never seen a video ever since that reviewing those like toy things. You should do that. You should do that again.
I was reviewing messed up toys.
Yeah, they were like they were like crazy little like figure. Yeah, you all were.
Was it
the whole?
Was it the family reacting to crazy stuff?
Yes.
You know what? We did it where we're like, it was like crazy, insane, like stupid things. Like, write that on the internet. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking. Yeah, we did that. That was right after COVID started, because we were looking for
No, that was right before. That was before COVID.
Was it?
Okay. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Man, yeah, it was. Well, I got I've got we talked about doing that. Like, seriously, we've actually talked about, because the family had a lot of fun doing that, because we were just laughing and there was just crazy stuff like that. I always love that stuff, man.
Oh, I love those videos, are hilarious. I love those things.
Man,
and Mark Uno. Where's my Mark Uno?
So I'll show you where your Mark Uno is. Let's see if it's open. So I joke with people, because people are like, how do you put this stuff together, right? Because I try to make it as crappy as possible. Literally, as people tell me, they're like, Enosh, the Mark Uno stuff, I really like it. It's funny, but it's not crappy enough. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how to make it any crappier, but all right. So I'll show you guys a little something here that I'm putting together, and that is I'm working on it. It's all shot. Mark Uno is all shot and ready to go. As you can see here, I got I'm doing an iMovie. And,
yes.
And I got the background right there, and
perfect.
Yeah. So we got new Mark Uno coming very shortly. So it
just makes me excited.
Should be tomorrow that the new Mark Uno will.
Don't make me wait to 2022.
No, heck no. you can see here just me
doing the Mike Zero hand waving.
Yeah, I even I'll give you a little
sneak peek.
There goes the hands. I love the hand gestures. You're like a baseball coach.
Yeah. Sending signals, man. Sending signals.
Hurry up, Mark.
Are you okay?
Steal
Mark?
second. Steal second.
So that'll be tomorrow, because as soon as I get off here, I'll be finishing that video. So
awesome.
Yeah, so you can
all right, good.
So I got one more thing, because I figured we'd end on a lighthearted topic.
Sure.
I don't know if anybody saw this, but I had to laugh, because especially after all the the 80s people who like totally didn't get the 80s stuff in Wonder Woman 84. Well, if you didn't like the 80s in Wonder Woman 84, I don't know how you're going to feel about this one, because honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this is I don't know what to think about this one. The latest movie to be coming out that they're working on, Rubik's Cube, the movie.
No, they're not.
Heck yeah. They certainly are, sir.
Oh my God.
I kid you not. I'll read it to you. It says Hyde Park Entertainment Group and Endeavor Content are teaming for both a feature film and a game show based on the best-selling puzzle toy Rubik's Cube. 450 million Rubik's Cubes have been sold around the world since their release in 1974. I mean, it was 70s thing, but it really hit its peak in the early 80s, because I was a kid. Since 2018, amateur and professional speed cubers have faced off at World Championship finals in Boston. The film will be produced by Ashok Mitre Josh. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher that name, who will also executive produce the game show. Glassman Media, The Wall, will produce the game show. It's likely hoped that the film will renew interest in the classic toy, quite possibly considering how chess got a major boost in sales as a side effect of the popularity of Netflix, The Queen's Gambit miniseries.
Oh, that series is incredible.
Tiffany's been watching it. She says it's awesome. Now, I'm curious. I don't usually like go down to the comments. I got to see some of the comments on this though. Rick here says Battleship was entertaining, silly but entertaining. Who knows? This might be too.
Funny enough.
Yeah. Talking about pirating, here's somebody who's like Tony couldn't find a pirate. This is like literally somebody who pirated Wonder Woman 84. Let's see, don't take the stickers off the cube and rearrange them to match up. Or just take the stickers off the cube now. But then they got smarter though, and they just made it so there wasn't stickers. So the movie could last 5 seconds or run for a decade. It can't top the 80s cartoon. There was an 80s cartoon. Did you ever see the 80s cartoon?
No.
It was freaky. The Rubik's Cube had a face on it and was actually a character. And the problem was that, I guess, if I remember right, the Rubik's Cube, Rubik could take these kids on a journey through time and all over the place. But if Rubik ever got unsolved, he was stuck. And whoever was with him was stuck. So to get out of that predicament, you had to like solve the Rubik's Cube.
Really?
Snap your fingers.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because like once that was like a problem for them. They got like stuck back in time and they couldn't get out of it because Rubik, like there was nobody around to solve, Rubik's because he had gotten jostled.
So basically they saw the Netflix documentary about the speed cubing. Mm-hmm. And they figure they're going to steal that idea and do it their own.
Yep. This one's interesting. This one says, is this a big screen adaptation of Rubik the Amazing Cube? That's what the cartoon was called, Rubik the Amazing Cube. It says, if not, then I say make it a spin-off of Saw. Solve it or you die. Somehow. I got nothing. The only way this works is if there is an interesting story about the actual making of the cube like Tetris. Don't get me wrong, I'm pumped about a board game extended universe, Simon versus the Cube 2025. But I'm a sucker for docudramas. That's awesome. Looks on in confused Italian. I don't know. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Finally, the movie adaptation no one was asking for.
I'm speechless.
Man. I don't know, man. But yeah, Rubik's Cube, the movie, coming soon. Don't tell me Hollywood's lost all ideas.
I could care less about that movie. I just want another Tron. Just give me another Tron.
Amen, brother.
Yes.
Amen for that, man. I just want Tron so bad. I don't know.
Well, I am excited for Dune. I'm excited for Dune. I think that's gonna be even if it's coming to HBO Max, I think Dune is still gonna be fantastic because the director and that lead young kid, Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen that Netflix movie with him, The King. Oh man, it is so good.
Is that with Batman, Robert Pattinson?
Wait, what was that?
Is that with Robert Pattinson, Batman?
No, it's called The King.
No, I'm saying if Robert Pattinson is in the movie.
Oh yeah. He plays the French king. Yes,
gotcha,
or the French prince. And Timothy Chalamet, the lead kid in Dune, he plays.
I thought you said the Fresh Prince, and I was like,
no, French.
I know
the Fresh Prince, the French prince. Yeah, Robert Pattinson. He's a fantastic actor. Everyone looks at Twilight, but his movies outside of Twilight are amazing. They're incredible. They're like, if you've never seen Good Time or if you've never seen The King, his movies, or The Devil All the Time on Netflix, they're fantastic.
I do want to say a shout out. Thank you, the Richard. I do want to say a shout out to all of our mods who are working. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you guys in there, interacting with everybody and keeping information out there for everyone. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are fantastic. And I thank you. I definitely thank you. Yes, we'll be back with a new 2 Cents on Nonsense stream. See, I got my shirt on, ladies and gentlemen. Got my 2 Cents on Nonsense shirt. You know what I love almost it's not almost as much as doing the show, because the show is absolutely so much fun to do. Yep. All right, I'm back.
There you go.
I went to go do something, but I was just going to say, I always think it's funny because we do this show, and then we talk about Mike Zero, we talk about Doomcock, we talk about others and stuff, and then every once in a while I get these haters who come in and they're mad that we're talking about Mike Zero or Doomcock, and like I even had, my favorite thing is like, you're just jealous. I'm like, of what? Of being a liar? And then like one guy was like, you're Mike Zero's better than both of you guys. I'm like, at lying? Probably. And then they try to convince me that like, I don't even like Mike Zero and Doomcock, but you guys just are two old dudes who are so angry. And I'm so like, watch another video on the channel, dude, because that ain't like whatever. It's just
having fun.
Yes, every Thursday you can get your fill of 2 Cents on Nonsense right here on the channel. Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be back this Thursday night with a new 2 Cents on Nonsense. Me and John.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
You are leaving the stream right now?
In a few minutes. Yeah, in just a couple minutes.
Where are you going, to Jarbo's channel?
No, I'm probably going to go. Well, Jarbo didn't send me a link. I think his link is just in his thing. I may go over to Jarbo's for a minute. I am going to go check out what Nicotina is doing, because I am interested trying to see where he's at.
He's doing a live stream too, I mean?
Yeah. Nicotina went on 12 minutes ago. So he said that he had an announcement from what's her name?
Is that what I type in? Is that what I type in YouTube? Nicotina?
The Nicotina Show. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, if you want, I can.
If you could, yeah.
Yeah. Let me go to my home page here.
I'll meet you over there.
All right. Yeah. Yep. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Yeah. He hasn't started yet. I think he might be waiting for us, because I think sometimes he waits for us. So I'll go ahead and copy this and put this into the private chat.
Yes.
Actually, I'll do both. I'll put in the private chat here.
Yeah, because I'm on StreamYard. I can't look at the chat.
Yep. And then also for everybody in the regular chat, here is the link over to Nicotina's show. A couple of things that I was just going to say before we go. Yes, I did fart on Nicotina's show. That did happen. I was gonna say something though. Oh, hey, what's next? And that's your sketch movie?
Well, if James Gunn is making it, I'll watch it.
Heck yeah. Right? I want E.T., the Atari game animated movie. Nobody wants that.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Kick him out. That's it, Richard. Get out of here.
Right. I actually like chess. But I find it hard because I don't have a lot of people around that I can play chess with. And chess is one of those games that like you don't want somebody to be like super good at it, because they could just like annihilate you. But you want somebody who's just a good challenge, right?
Yeah.
It was one step too far with a $5 super chat. One of our newest members here, actually our newest member, got in just after the Richard. and says Enosh dragging the ish out of the Rubik's Cube movie, no hesitation, like it's just another live stream shart. LOL, but the wishing stone worked for him. And look there, you charge.
Oh, there he is.
Man, you guys missed out. You guys missed out. I was on fire.
Oh, were you?
Oh yeah, man.
You were.
It's okay. I have a couple spicy clips that I should share.
We were talking about you.
You know, talking about spicy clips, Jarbo. While you're preparing to send that over, maybe I might just show a spicy clip of my own that has to do with you. And it was little at that.
So bad.
I told him, Matt, that he should have wore these last night when he was having his war with you.
Yeah. I mean, it would only cover his pain from losing so bad.
Sorry, this was the only pain that Matt Jarbo gave me. Is a little bit of gas here. There it was. And it was little at that.
Did you just fart on a live stream into the mic? You farted.
I don't ever want to see it again. Ever.
Just do it again.
I tell you what, oh my gosh! When I clipped that and I sent that to the guys in Twitter, I must have watched it like 12 times. I laughed so hard each time. And then Anthony, him and Wonder Meg put it on their show, World's Finest, and like literally watched it like about 12 times as well. And we're laughing every time. And then tonight I was on with Nerdy and Anthony and stuff. And man, that we were laughing about it. Farts are funny, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Farts are funny. Farts are very funny. Yeah. But we like dry humor on my show, so not smelly humor.
I don't know if you guys saw this. So I shared this the other night, and you know what? I bet you that this is why the stream got taken down. I bet you. I didn't even think about this. I bet you this. Well, it didn't get taken down, but I bet you this is why they said that it was not eligible. That it wasn't as what's the word I'm looking for, to be able to be shown eligible for advertisers,
age restricted.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was restricted for advertisers, right? And so our good friend on here, hold on, where is it? Let me find it.
Because of what? The word commandant?
Yeah, I think that's why they did it. But I don't know if you all saw this, but so she said this, and this was great in and of itself. But then there's Jeremy there. I love this one. It says, "You took everything from me. I don't even know who you are." And this one like wins it every time for me. I think this is great. It's all of us as the Scooby-Doo gang. It's Layla there. She's in there. You got Johnny up there. You got Mad Max. You got is that Barcelona? I think it's Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona.
Yeah, and Nicotina. And this is okay, gang. Let's see who Doomcock really is. Gonna take the helmet off. Oh, the Commandant. It was the Commandant all along.
That always cracks me up because like he's like I said the other night is Gary absolutely hates me because I keep bringing up that Commandant's a Nazi, and like he keeps because he's so directly tied to it that like he hates that because he's all like why does he keep bringing it up like because it's true.
It's funny, man. It's just funny. I oh my gosh.
Nah, it's just all, whatever. I had a, if those people who are in my stream, I have like this like 11-minute rant against like the fandom menace. It's like, it's it's pretty spicy. It's pretty spicy. It's going to get me in a lot of trouble.
I'm right here, Saggy Melons.
Great name.
I know. Ray is great. Actually, it was funny when I first met her. I was on Max's show last week, and Goldman was in there. And Goldman's a good-looking guy. She kept calling Goldman the hot guy or whatever, like saying stuff like alluding to that he was cute, whatever. But then she liked one of my takes on something, and she goes, she actually came into the show and she goes, "Yeah, But Enosh is bae. I just want to say that right off the bat. I was like, I like this girl. I like this girl.
Well, I mean, we all want to be called bae, I guess. I don't know. That's it's kind of
what we all strive for.
You know, Rel, you're absolutely right, and this is Jarbo's biggest issue in life. I think is
Jarbo already finished. I mean, that's how I have two kids.
He's like Dawson. There, he came before the creek. Like me personally, I like to be respectful of the creek. I like to let the creek go first.
Dawson's Creek.
If you've watched any of those streams, yes, they superimposed Dawson's face on James Vanderbeek's face, and they keep playing that. I don't want to wait for life to be over.
How come every time I talk to you on live stream, we never talk about the subject that you post about? It's always about something else, and it just goes awry. Remember last time we talked? We talked like 2 hours about aliens.
I know, man. It was awesome.
It actually was really funny.
It was awesome. Absolutely.
And then I made you
who
watch.
Doesn't love aliens?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Absolutely.
And then I made Enosh watch a 50s sci-fi movie.
Yes, you made me watch Forbidden Planet, dude. Oh, thank you. Mwah!
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I love the fake nudity in it too.
Yes.
They literally put like a nude colored bikini on her. And I'm like thinking to myself, as I watched it, went by so fast. I was like, wait a second, this movie came out when? Like, surely they didn't have nudity. So like I found myself like acting like 12-year-old me, like going back and pausing it, like to say like that surely is not it. And it's not. She's not naked.
It's very sexual forward, that movie. It is crazy.
Like she basically every guy on the ship wants to like every guy, like you could tell they had been out to space too long,
Jarbo, have you seen that, Jarbo?
Have I seen what?
Forbidden Planet.
No, I haven't.
Dude, you gotta
check it out.
I'll tell you this though, I did the very first movie I worked on, the feature film I worked on. We were shooting it in South Central Los Angeles, and the actor, that the first scene was a couple who had woken up and they were supposed to be naked because they were drunk and they had sex the night before. So we put the actress in the nude bra and panties, right? And then the male actor was this Brazilian guy who was like a bodybuilder, and so he was like, I want to do the ass shot first, So he goes to the window. He is fully nude, but all we see is his butt. And then I'm the gaffer, and I was kind of like key grip. I kind of did everything. And they were like, hey, Jarbo, can you go over and adjust the light a little bit? We just need to get a bit more of a silhouette on him. I said, yeah, all right, cool. And I walk on over and I'm adjusting the light, and he just turns to me. And like, I literally was eyeline with his dick, and it just swings. And I watched it like swoosh. And he just goes like, hello, how are you this morning? And I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. Can you go back that way? Thank you. And like, I'm just telling you, it's like the weirdest. This is what happens on movie sets. This is this is the craziness that goes on these sets. So yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Don't ever tell that again.
I tell it all the time.
I don't know if you guys saw it. So not only did I fart on his stream, I love messing with Nicotina on his stream now, because like he was looking at like a bunch of things, and like he put up, he shared his screen, but he shared an article, like, so it had all of his tabs. It showed all of his tabs. And and he did the and I what in the world am I listening to right now? Do you guys
what do you have the hub up there?
Wait a second. No, hold on. What am I listening to?
I don't
Anybody else hear that?
No.
Did a video start? Oh, okay. That's what happened. Nicotina is showing something on his thing, and all of a sudden, like, I didn't have any sound, and all of a sudden something played, and I'm listening to looks like Suicide Squad. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm like, what's going on? Music just started. I don't know where like music started from. But anyway, so he had all of his tabs up, and none of them, he didn't have any porn up. But I said, hey, Nicotina, you may want to close that Pornhub, tab. And he's literally was like looking for it. And I was just like, we all laughed. Got him. That was funny.
Is he showing the Suicide Squad trailer?
It looks like it. I don't know.
What's he doing?
You want to know? Let's.
How are you so perky at 3:30 in the morning?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just am.
He's just cool.
I'm just that cool. You know what? Hold on a second. I got it. Yeah, I'm not gonna share the. Yeah, what's he doing? Why is he showing?
I don't know. Maybe he's got something. He's just got something he's working on.
I'm
He's
gonna
got Jared Leto on the stream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull that out until he's done showing that. We'll watch his stream.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm not gonna get copyright right now, and I'm all like, or ever. Or he's like, I'm not gonna get monetized right now. I'm like, yeah, probably or ever, because he keeps showing all these copyrighted clips.
Oh, I think he's just now going into his show. Is the deal? That's the deal.
Was that his intro? The Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I think that was his intro. Yeah, like that was like, hey, everybody, go watch this.
Oh man,
like he can't be monetized. So
a lot of it was kind of bullshit as well. But we'll get to all that in just a little bit.
Yes.
But first, guys, as mentioned in the description below, or yes,
hold on a second.
Later on
I'm gonna
today's
call
show, we are going to have a special from Fiona Zhang regarding # release the Snyder Cut. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be really cool.
If he looks down,
and yeah, everyone here who's supporting # release Snyder Cut.
Think he has his phone with him?
You know, I've always been a proud supporter of the hashtag of releasing.
Yeah, you're live, because I'm still live. We're actually watching you right now. Yeah, we're actually watching you right now. Watching you watch. Well,
David Ayers
watching me watch you
version of.
Yeah. Watching me watch you. Wait, hold on. Did you put us up too? That's a crazy stream. You should like totally share like our show at the same time where like
This is getting very meta.
I love how excited he looks. I have him on mute. He just looks so excited, like a puppy.
Oh, Nicotina?
Yeah.
Yeah, so am I. I'm watching me watch you.
Okay, yeah.
You're watching me watch you. Wait, hold on. Did you put us up too? That's a crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you put up the link. I didn't see a link, so if you want me to come over, I'll come over.
I got your show up.
Well, I don't have your show up, but I have you on speakerphone.
Okay, and I actually posted the link to your show.
You know what it is, though?
Send everybody from our show over to your show.
Fire.
I'm in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, because we love you. We love you, Nick.
So I sent you a link, and if you want to send the link to whoever else on the show with you, guys are welcome to come on over.
In a little while.
We have some topics we're going to talk about, and then we'll get to some stuff later on.
But you put up the link. I didn't see a link, so like, if you want me to come over, I'll come over.
It's in your Poindexter Lounge DM. That's when I sent it to. Okay.
And I actually posted the link to your show to tell everybody from our show over here.
It's so meta.
Isn't that just nice, everybody?
Yeah, we love you, Nicotina.
We got Truth 31. What's up, Truth?
Truth is in both places.
All right. Okay. All right.
You know what'd be even more meta?
Oh, you hung up.
Hold on. You know what's even
So,
more
guys,
meta?
so it looks like Enosh and some friends will be joining
check
us
this out,
very shortly.
I can actually do this.
But first, before we get any further on, you guys, let's take a look
I can
at the
actually
chat
be on both
and
shows
let's see
at the same
who
time.
is here. We have Barcia, who's already laughing. We have Truth 31 in the house. What's up, Truth? If you guys haven't done so yet,
See if he lets me. See if he lets me in.
He speaks his mind. He
Yeah,
keeps it real always. And he's got a good show.
And then I'll.
And he says, smash that like button.
Oh, here we go.
Definitely smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and that bell notification button, which is just down here. Actually, no, it's more like over there.
This is gonna be
Go
funny.
there.
And then I'll back out and I'll end the show.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
This is awesome. I love how the truth is on 2 different channels right now.
Oh, that's not that hard to do.
No, I know.
No, it's just another window. It's literally just another window.
Before we get any further, let's see who else is here. We have Gavin Cooley in the chat. What's up, Gavin? He's also a.
Just go to his channel and steal all his viewers.
What's up? What's up? You know what's crazy? Yes, dude. So like, I'm on my show at the same time. I'm looking at you looking at me in a window. Like, it's crazy, dude. Yeah, I got you in a window on my show right now. And on your show, I'm on your show. I know, there I am. You're on my show?
Hello, Nicotina Show.
Yes, you're on my show at the same time that I'm on here twice. Because I'm on here twice because like I'm watching your show in a little window and I can see you. Is there an echo? Okay.
Does he get double the?
Yes, it's an echo. Yes, it's an echo. So I'm gonna step out of the live of your live so I can just go finish my show real quick. But there's Bill and Ted. Whoa. That's cool. Okay. So I'm going to go finish my show real quick and then I'll be right back. All right, bro. Be right back. Send me out real quick. Yeah, send me out. He's laughing. No, you don't have to kick me out. Joe, I just wanted you to send me out. You're still going to see me. Okay. I'm going to go finish my show real quick, and then I'll be right back.
Right. Okay, there we go.
Bye-bye. All right, bro. Be right back. Send me
My
out.
head hurts.
Oh, I have to send you out.
Yeah, send me out.
Okay, he's gone.
Is this a Nolan movie?
Wait, hold on a minute. Oh, wait. I have to kick you out?
That's hilarious. No. That's hilarious.
Are we in Tenet?
All right. No, I just wanted you to send me out. You're still going to see me. Whoops. Hold on.
I know. I will.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't mute him. So I'm going to hear him all up in my ears here. So I am going to have to leave the studio.
Let's get back to the chat because, guys,
otherwise
I'm so
I'm going to
happy
hear
that you're
him.
all here right now. This is going to be a fun day because, I mean, look, today started off with a bang. And what was that bang? That was the interview that the Faruqi brothers did on Comic Book Debate with none other than Zack Snyder. And we're going to go over every bit of that interview.
Totally confused
this is going to be an extra long
point.
show because there's so much content to go over.
I have no idea which
so
stream I'm in at any given time now.
But, however, there is one more thing that I wanted to bring up before we even get to that point.
Why is it both the same?
Let me see, where is it? Do I have it right here? I believe I do.
I think I messed up StreamYard.
So my good friend Dawson Weidrich.
Hold on a second. So I think I messed up StreamYard. Like, I really think I screwed something up. I think I broke StreamYard.
Yeah, you're gonna probably have to like.
I seriously am still
stop laughing.
I have no idea.
This is great.
What? I crossed the stream.
He crossed. He never crosses streams.
No. Oh my God. What the heck? Oh my God! Which earth are we on? Did you guys hear that like slight echo?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh man. Okay. Okay. All right. Whew.
Oh God! I never laughed that hard.
That was, but it's funny because okay, all right,
We're in the multiverse.
Now I'm not hearing multiple things. Like everybody's like, "What the f? What's going on?" Sophie's like, "Is this what a stroke is?"
Oh God!
Oh my God! This is like the greatest thing ever. Oh my God! Streamception.
This is the last time I'm coming on stream because every time I come on stream, it goes to chaos.
Dude, this was awesome. This was absolutely awesome. This is fantastic.
I can't stop laughing.
Oh my God, that was awesome. That was awesome. I'm like, what the heck happened? Because like I brought it up and I was no longer in Nicotina's stream anymore. I was just in mine. Hey, I do want to say a shout out before we leave. I want to say a shout out to my good friends Sophie and Cylon. They sent me this book, and this book is fantastic. It's the Star Wars Galactic Maps.
That's awesome.
And man, I can't wait to really like dig into this. And it's got it's just got some awesome stuff in here. They sent it to me because they said that they loved it. Like that's Naboo right there, and got Tatooine. And it's just got all kinds of information about stuff that's going on. And so, I cannot wait to dig into this. So thank you to Cylon Scotty and to Sophie for sending this to me. I really, really appreciate it.
Awesome.
All right. Well, now that I think that we're no longer broken, Goober says, am I hallucinating?
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was great. Are you still with us,
what is the chat
Yeah,
saying
no,
right
I'm
now?
here. I'm here.
What is the chat saying right now?
Oh, they thought it was great. It's like, I think Jarbo was right. The multiverse is already confusing me.
Yep.
Which Earth am I on? This might be better than the Flash multiverse movie. The Tree 31. That's awesome. Andy said, I'm on both shows too. Whoa. The Stream multiverse. This is my favorite one. Lucifer Morningstar is just like, Point Extra Lounge, what the F? Like, the marvels of modern technology. I like this one too. Is this what a stroke is? Checking you out, checking me out, checking you out, checking me out, checking you out.
I had like two Enosh's in this ear. I had Nicotina in this ear. Oh God.
Oh, man. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Sophie. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. You're fantastic. I appreciate you. So that being said, Truth, why don't you tell people where people can find you here on YouTube and abroad?
Here on YouTube, you can find me at the Truth 31, and you could find me on Twitter at Truth31The, and you can find me on Instagram at Truth31. And
Matt, where can people find you, sir?
Insane Asylum.
After that, yeah.
Over on $3 Theater is my home. If you want to catch a real news live stream, you can go back and watch the replay. No. I have clips that are coming out. That's why I've been silent. I've been trying to do editing. So
I see how you are. Let me tell you something, guys. You guys make doing this fun. Thank you, Pelican. Thank you, Pelican74, man. I've missed you, bro. I've missed talking to you. Thank you for coming in here and talking with me tonight. And you're always welcome, man. I love your insight. I love your I love what you have to say. And I'm thankful for you, man. I'm glad that you've been here now for about a year. So I'm glad you're here, man. And I look forward to seeing what the future brings. Hopefully it's not so much confusion.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I love this channel, so I'll be here for a while. You're stuck with me.
Awesome, man. Well, we can all go look forward to, like, once COVID's done and everything, we can all go see the Rubik's Cube movie together. We can solve the mystery of the Rubik's Cube movie. And I still am waiting for you and Darth Tasty, man. When you guys give me that phone call and you're like, hey, we're going to Long Island. We're going to find Mike Zero.
Oh, it's happening soon.
I can't wait. I'm telling you, it's got to be a documentary. Finding Zero.
The hunt for Mark October. It's happening.
Oh my gosh! Like, does he exist? Does he really exist?
Or Mike October? Not I use Mark Uno.
Right. Oh my gosh! Well, you guys are fantastic. Hey guys, everybody watching, you guys are awesome. I thank you guys so much for joining us again and for making the Poindexter Lounge such a fun place. And thank you to everyone who gave super chats tonight. Thank you to our new members, 3 new members tonight. You guys are awesome. So hopefully I'll have to go check because I think I get to add some new emoticons and some stuff. So that's awesome. With new members, we get to do that. So thank you to Jenner Custom Toys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you to The Richard. And thank you to One Step Too Far. You guys are all so awesome, and I appreciate your support. All right, guys, until next time, my name is Enosh, a.k.a. Enosh Vet, saying, you know what? Be good to each other. we'll end like on a Mr. Rogers moment, like just like when we came in. But be good to each other. Remember, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter, and don't try to tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter. Respect everybody, treat everybody with respect in the way that you'd want them to be treated. Like, I don't know, go on their stream and do all your editing. And
I am here. I am present. You broke StreamYard. I didn't want to mess it up. That was your moment of zen.
It was.
You're like, look what I did. I multiplied asymmetrically. I am a worm. Like, that's basically what you did. You just showed us how worms procreate. That's educational. Why would I want to get in the middle of that?
Yes, it all makes sense somehow.
It does. It makes sense. It's called a flow chart, Enosh. Look it up. Okay, that's how it is.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Oh God! What? Aren't they making a remake of that movie too?
I haven't heard.
No. If they touch that.
The Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah, that was UHF.
That was
Yeah.
It just reminds me of the Nerds movie. That one guy.
Yeah. Hey, Truth, thank you so much for being here too, man. I always appreciate you, man. I love having you in here, man. I love your insight, and I love everything that you have to say, and the way that you say it. You say it with style.
He fell asleep.
That's 2 in a row.
I think, let's get you up to 11K, bro.
Hey, absolutely, man. I appreciate you, man, for sure. We're on our way, man. So I'm grateful to all of you guys. Like I said, remember, stay nerdy, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.